So I saw Eagle Eye over the weekend, Terry.
Oh, wasn't that like number one?
Yeah, it was number one because there was probably no competition. And
How was it?
it's a little insulting to a person's overall intellect, but
Really?
you know, it's an action movie. It's an action movie. Well, Shia LaBeouf is LaBeouf, however he pronounces his name today. It'll be different next week. He is, how do I phrase this without sounding overly gay here? He is very watchable as a character and just a person on the big screen. He is like in a league of his own amongst the male early 20-something actors. There really is no one in his generation that I can think of in that 20 to 24-year-old range that owns the movie world like Shia LaBeouf, slowly but surely, maybe quicker than slowly but surely, has been able to accomplish.
Yeah,
and it's all deserved.
Yeah.
Because he's a very captivating, watchable movie star.
Yeah, he's very solid.
Now, with that said, the movie was horrible.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, the action was the action. If you like action for action's sake, then you're going to like Eagle Eye. If you're an action movie fan for action's sake, that's all you need. You don't need a believable story or whatever. Because even if you suspend your belief to go to the movies, you're still not buying this crap.
Okay.
Even if you say, well, I don't go to the movies for believable stuff. I go to, like, suspend my ability to believe. Well, even if you do that times 10, you're like, oh, this ain't ridiculous.
This is fake and stupid.
This is fake and stupid. I could never...
Till you get a call.
Till you get a call from a woman saying, Doc, a steel girder is about to hit you in 2 seconds.
Right. The lights.
You know.
Is that what it's about?
No, it's a little bit, not much, but a little bit deeper than that.
All right. Sounds really
Not
good.
much, though, right?
But it's just so insulting to anyone's intelligence. It's just, it's silly, it's stupid, but it still is not the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Good.
Yeah, and Shia LaBeouf makes it somewhat enjoyable, I guess.
Right.
So not a horror show altogether.
Good.
I'm glad you asked.
That was the best one out there, really?
There was nothing else I could think of seeing.
Really?
So.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Burn After Opening or whatever? That one?
Burn After Reading?
Or whatever it's called?
Yeah, we should have seen that.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that does.
Don't look too serious.
I think it's a comedy. Isn't it funny?
Yeah,
Isn't it
you
like a
got
comedy?
Brad
Too serious
Pitt.
a comedy for me.
Oh, too serious a comedy.
Yeah.
All right.
I just needed to veg.
Did you? So you vegged it.
You don't want to think at
Eagle
all.
Eye.
We went with 3 other people, and
cool.
I just needed to sit there and not have to use even a small percentage of my brain, because I don't have much to use, and this worked out perfectly.
Good
So
deal.
it's just what I asked for, and then I was kind of disappointed when it was over.
Oh.
How stupid it was.
All right.
But it had Shia LaBeouf, so it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. He is pretty solid these days.
Yes.
Oh.
And am I wrong? Is there anyone between 20 and 25 in the male acting world that gets the big parts? He's like the only one.
Yeah.
If there's a big part, it's like all him.
Yes. I agree
And there's
with
no
you.
one he's competing with.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. It seems like, especially the last couple big movies.
Zac Efron is not
Nah.
in that kind of age range where he's really fighting for parts.
No.
I'm just thinking if Shia LaBeouf has to look at his rearview mirror and worry about Zac coming down the pike.
There is no worry. You're right.
And even if they do ultimately get to a point in time where age-wise they start competing for roles, Zac Efron is not in Shia LaBeouf's category as far as even Shia LaBeouf can act.
Yes, he can.
He's not only a cute, handsome young man, but he can act.
True.
Swagger, what are you?
Oh, speaking of not a cute, handsome young man, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing pretty well.
No, but what are you? We're figuring out where Zac Efron stands. We're figuring out where Shia LaBeouf is. Where are you at in this world?
I'm at a fairy dock.
Okay, not literally. I'm talking in more of a figurative sense.
That's great.
Where are you at in this world, Swagger? Sometimes you just got to step back and figure out where you stand in the world. You ever have that kind of moment? Take a little self-inventory, figuring out what's good, what's not, what needs to be worked on, what needs to be completely overhauled. Have you any clue where you're at in this world?
On an upswing.
On an upswing.
Yes.
Well, that's not hard to do considering where you're coming from. So you're on an upswing. Tell me
I'm
what's
doing pretty good.
Tell me what's swinging up.
Well, I'm getting half-time wage.
You're getting what?
Halftime wage?
Well, I'm getting put.
You and Bruce Springsteen?
Okay.
They just announced Bruce
I
Springsteen.
know, I saw that.
It's going to be the halftime show for Super Bowl 44 or whatever it's
All
coming
right.
up. Yeah, it's 43.
Can't wait.
Way to stay
No.
contemporary.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more or less interested.
I'm working halftime.
Couldn't be more or less interested. There you go.
He's a big heavyweight, but I'm just one guy that I never was into for some
Exactly.
reason.
I
don't
feel
know
the
why.
same
But
way.
hey, he's
Such a
bringing the
talented
E
guy,
Street
but never got
Band.
into him.
I know he's got a lot of these like loyal fans, but
Oh,
I
so
never
loyal.
felt one song that he sang did anything for me like I ever even listened.
Well,
Anyway,
you used to dance in the dark a little bit.
well, when I saw Courtney Cox do it, I tried, but no. Anyway, where are you at in this world, Swagger?
Pretty up there,
Pretty up there
in my opinion.
in your thinking. All right, continue on. Tell me why. Tell me what's the latest. What's going on?
My job is stable.
Oh, good.
All right. What's your job? As we've probably lost track over the past few. You're not shampooing dogs anymore, right?
Correct. I'm a technician for a cable station.
Wow.
When did this happen?
After I graduated,
Remember he got on like kind of part-time?
Yeah, you were doing the weather, I thought.
not anymore.
Aha. Now you're more behind the scenes? Now you're a
I'm still
cable
trying to
guy.
become a meteorologist in college.
They
Which
still
I'm
have
still
like
going
local
to.
cable stations? They still have.
Yes, they do.
I thought like it's all Comcast and these
No.
little cable outlets are like history.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, I think isn't this like
Is the Tub Show coming back?
Oh, yeah.
What about Brody Stevens?
Jews rule the world.
Is he coming back?
Jews rule the
Don't
world.
forget about Samoans.
Jews and Samoans rule the world.
Bro, Dave Stevens. Bro, Dave Stevens.
I know.
He's all over YouTube, by the way, too, if you want
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
If you need a little
He
of
actually-
that fix.
Emailed me a while
Never
back.
made it as big as I
Stop
thought he
it.
would.
I know. Well, he was on Last Comic Standing, I think.
He was on, like, I thought Conan O'Brien for maybe one night.
That's true. He's
And
the same guy.
That was like 8 years ago. I thought that was going to be a launching pad.
Yeah.
Not really working out that way for our friend, bro, Dave Stevens. Swagger. No one knows what we're talking about, I don't think, but it was like a local cable access show that
Yeah, everybody.
Gay phone operator
was
knows.
one
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
and he's all over it.
stalwarts back in the day. And the Mike Lowe, what was the Mike Hunt Tub Show?
Yeah,
Yes.
Michael Hunt, also named Mike. Yeah, I got arrested on the air.
And it was around that time that I thought
He
all these little
was.
cable joints went under and
Well,
Comcast
that was-
just swallowed them all up.
Well, that was public access. That's part of Comcast. You know, they offer that, but
But the public access wasn't it, back in the day, wasn't it all brought to you by your local cable company?
I have no
That's
idea how it
PBS.
works.
All right, whatever. So you're
But
working for,
he's-
who are you working for?
I'm working for my old high school. They have their own cable channel.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
okay.
it was. I remember that.
He's working for his old high school.
Yeah.
He just hung around the halls enough that they just said, all right, if you're going to be here every day, we might as well pay you for something.
Right.
So, all right. And that's your life on an upswing as far as you're concerned.
Well, I'm going to keep my apartment for a little bit longer.
Well, that's good.
So that's his life on an upswing, that he hasn't been evicted
Well,
and that
he's
he
not.
works for his high school that he used to go to.
I'm still going to college and passing grades.
Yay.
And how old are you now, Schwager? Last we checked?
25, I think.
22
No.
25.
22? When are you going to be 23? January?
April.
April. See, I know. And 22-year-old male has never tongue-kissed a woman in his life still, or what?
That is correct.
How can it be possible? How can it be reasonable on any level, Terry?
It's not that hard to do, dude.
I know. You're
Forget about the fact he's a virgin, okay? That,
Well,
at
that's
least, sometimes, I guess, goes on in certain
Sure.
religious circles and, for whatever reason, certain other areas amongst certain guys out there. But how can it be possible? Here we sit in 2008. 22-year-old dude. He's not, like, pathetically... Well,
Wow.
I know what you're saying.
he doesn't have, like, this, gangly scar syndrome, Terry, whereby he's got a glass, not even a glass eye would prevent him from
He's-
tongue
he's-
kissing. I'm trying to think
right.
of what physical defect.
But they're
would
like,
Personality.
he doesn't.
Well,
Well,
it's not physical, I guess, but
he doesn't have that great a personality defect that should cause all women across. One woman by accident should have tongue kissed him by now.
by accident. Your tongue got in my mouth. Your mouth got in your tongue.
It's delicious. Swagger.
Yes.
How is it possible
ridiculous.
Here we are.
How is it? Explain to us how it works out after 22 years of living that you could possibly have gone this long without tongue kissing a woman. Please make sense of it all to us.
It could be because that I put my education before my love life.
Okay. Even as you put it, if you put your education before your love life, you should be like the greatest Rhodes Scholar, whatever they call it. This kind of non-scholar I am. In the world, if you're this prioritizing school over love life. If that's the case, you should be like Harvard, Oxford, Rhodes Scholar, magna cum laude, summa cum laude. You should have so many cum laude. It's ridiculous.
You should be coming lots in your room.
Well, I'm still taking care of my family.
You go to community college. What do you mean that you're putting...
How do you take care of your family when you're working part-time?
You're in your 8th year of community college, and he says he put school in front of his love life.
I know.
His love life.
8 years at a 2-year school. When's that going to stop?
Why don't you start by... Why don't you start by not calling it your love life anymore, and we'll start from there, all right? I don't know anyone who refers to it as their love life.
Right.
What else should I call it?
I don't know, but not your love life. Anything but, and that'll be an upgrade.
How about you just let your family fend for themselves?
Put my school ahead of my love life.
Yeah. Someday I'll have a lover.
Someday.
Someday I will take a lover. God.
Okay. Swagger.
Yes.
That's not going to do it for us as far as making sense out of this. So I ask again, how is it possible that even by accident you haven't tongue-kissed a woman through 22 years of male living?
I don't know. Maybe girls don't find me that interesting.
Even if that's the case, even the most uninteresting guys in the world have done so much more than just tonguing a woman in 22 years that that can't be accepted as an excuse, as a reason.
One thing we know about women, they're not that picky.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if you're remotely nice or normal.
But really...
Think about all the dorks in the world that have wives.
No, right. And actually, like you were saying, T-Man... Swagger is really not. I mean, he's a decent kid.
And I know how nerdy he is, Terry, but his nerdy level can't.
Kind of cute.
No explanation makes sense here, Terry. His nerdy level can't be that high.
Right.
His awkwardness can't be that great. His school focus can't be that focused. Nothing can make sense out of this.
I agree.
So I ask again, Swagger.
Yes.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
What about that awful Dutch boy haircut that he has?
Okay, now I get it.
Okay, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Hey, my haircut is not that bad.
Really? He doesn't seem... I've gone through this many times with him. He doesn't seem bothered by this at all. He's really the last of the asexuals, Terry. And you know what asexual means? Just a lack of interest in sex on either side.
Right.
He's not homosexual.
Right.
He's not heterosexual. He's asexual. Doesn't like the men's, doesn't like the women's, Terry.
I would argue with that.
Has no sex drive. If you had a sex drive, you would have accomplished something by now. By, as I said, by accident, by default.
Like, is he online, looking at pictures?
You're not beating the paddywhacker, are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
Remember, we even talked about that too. It's just
if you're not beating the stick and you're not by accident doing anything with the opposite sex or the same sex or any interest in either one, then you gotta be, as I say, a person who has no sex drive whatsoever. You were born in a freakish fashion as an asexual man. What does that mean?
I don't believe you.
Well, then prove me wrong.
I've tried to date.
How could you be 22 and not masturbating?
Say that to your kid.
Whoa, really? That is exactly how
Listen, son, I have a question for you.
Answer it for me.
I'm sitting down here with you.
You're getting a kick out of that, Terry. Hotshot, you're getting a kick out of
Love
that.
it.
Explain it to me. How could he, in 22 years, have no interest in a self-gratification moment? Even the most nerdy guys sit in their basements and beat off all day.
Mostly the nerdy guys do that. That's what they do.
In private watching
down here, Mom.
porns? Is that it?
So you say you disagree with me. Make sense out of this for me, Swagger.
I'm trying
Or admit to me that you're asexual. Or understand for the first time in your life that you're asexual.
I am not asexual.
Because you don't want to be? Or because you're really not?
I'm really not.
I think it's more of a I don't want to be asexual, Mr. T-Man. That would be weird. I don't want to accept that. I can't put my arms around that. I can't.
Like most of the girls I dated in college.
I can't take that in. That's basically how I'm reading what you're saying. That you're not. Prove to me why you're not. Explain.
I have tried to date.
You've tried
I've
to date.
actually, on my own willpower, tried to date. Tried to get a girlfriend.
Yes.
What do you
All
want?
right.
What do you need?
Tried
A
and
girl-
All right, so
tried and tried.
you're explaining this awkwardness, but even these guys who talk about their frustrations, every guy goes through a severe rough spot where nothing's working out, but they go home, they close the bathroom door, and they beat themselves to a pulp.
Pacey's doing more loads than a laundromat in his house. All right.
The white's never been whiter.
It's poor carpet.
His carpet didn't start out shag.
Whose computer
I don't
got
have
the
a
wrong end of the
carpet.
deal.
I have wood floors.
Man, I got some. When I go back and visit my old house
Right.
in New York, I could say
He's just
and go visit the
Old
spots
stomping ground?
that I just
You don't want to stomp there.
spots in the carpet that my parents obviously just refuse to acknowledge or don't know is there. Or I don't know, but I could go right to them and show you where it's just
Same carpet from when you were 14.
my parents are, in their 60s now. Schwack.
Yes.
All right, we'll move on to something else.
By the
All
way,
right.
one last thing, please.
Yes, Matthew.
The reason I was calling was to mention that my life's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world's going down the toilet.
The world's going down the toilet. You concerned about the world right now?
Yes, I am.
Well, if this was a time that you're concerned about the world, I wouldn't say that you're necessarily out of your mind. If you're concerned about the future of this planet, I'd say this is one of the times where I wouldn't consider you like hypochondriac syndrome situation going on. There are certainly a lot of things to be concerned about right now with the just a lot of things. But hopefully our guy is going to step into the seat that's going to be vacated in the White House and change things and give people hope for the first time in a while. All right? And that guy that I speak of is, and you know it as well as I, Schwager, this guy!
Oh, jeez. I thought we were done. Really?
Yes, we are.
done.
That's all I
Okay, I
Oh,
just wanted to confirm because the last conversation was he brings nothing to
One
the
more
table.
time.
No, I
I'm
guess
gonna
we'll stick with
throw you
Obama. What's that now?
He keeps on text messaging me.
Oh, really?
Yes, he won't stop.
What a shock.
You'd love it.
Maybe he'll deflower you if no one else will step
Wow,
up and
I bet he would love to.
take the initiative. Is that something you're interested in there, Schwager, or no?
Not on your life.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
I think you made that in very clear terms, Terry.
Yeah.
All right, so again, I've asked you this many times, Schwager. What are we going to do about this never-ending drought, both self-inflicted and outside world-induced situation that's going on? Is there any hope?
I think there might be.
Maybe you were meant to be a monk or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, if you don't have any urges sexually, then why don't you
that-
just be a monk?
Be a good.
I'm not a very big spiritual person.
But he's a tough customer, isn't he? Trying to find a niche for him is impossible.
All right, we thought we nailed it.
Nope.
I could be a politician.
No, you couldn't.
Really?
They're the horniest mother.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
No one more crooked than them.
all right.
You're a little too honest.
Schwager,
Yes.
so what did you call for again? What did he say? Oh, his life
life
is
He
going
just
going
wanted to
great.
let us know that everything
things
is
are-
really
he's very-
good for
You're very
him.
happy right now,
Yeah, my
But you-
life's going great.
but you're concerned
The
about the
world's
world.
going down the toilet.
The world's going down the toilet. By your estimation, when does the world actually hit the it is absolutely down the toilet now status?
When my financial status is better than that of the country,
Yeah, that would be a little concerning. But that actually is due to happen around Thursday, so that's
All right.
a little bit alarming. But
Schwager's GDP is huge.
I'll tell you what we'll do, though, Terry.
What's that?
Even though economically times are tough,
Yes,
not around these parts. Not as it pertains to our listeners, Terry.
that's right.
The U.S. government may have trouble paying its bills when it's all said and done, but this station will never have that problem. Or at least until we tell you.
Yeah.
So, keep sending them in. We'll keep paying them. We've been paying one after another. Swagger, as I know, you know, well, that's what we're doing from now until the calendar hits December. Yeah. So there's going to be no stop day after day in us paying people's bills. Now, are you wise enough to have sent in your bills, and I should be aware that one day I can reach my hands in the hopper and pull out a Matthew W. Schwager bill, or what?
I haven't sent mine in because I can't
even get that right.
There are other people more deserving of it than me.
People more deserving than you? You really believe so?
Yes.
Wow. That is probably not even close to true. But the fact that you feel that way, I guess, means something in some sense. Anyway, if you feel the urge to send in your bills today, tomorrow, sometime next week, as long as you send them in, they're eligible to be chosen the following day, all right?
Okay.
Just send them in. Come on. Everybody deserves us to pay their bill,
so
even you.
If your school that you tout so highly starts to knock some sense into you, then and you send in your bills, we could be paying it within 24 hours. All right, Swagger? All right. There it is. Having a great life, Terry. But now, now that his life is on the upswing, wouldn't you know it, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. That's what he's worried about. Just when he's got all the dikes plugged up.
It's a lot of fingers.
In his world, that's an expression. Vinnie the Pooh's like, oh, how did he say that on the air? Just when he's put his fingers in all the dikes out there. Still an expression, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Really You're taking it all the wrong way.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Holes in the dikes.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
You want to explain to us what a dike is?
I guess they're holes that he's plugging up or whatever.
Just when that happens, Terry.
Yes.
The world now has sprung a leak.
I know. It's a big old leak.
It's a big old leak. Washington Mutual, kaput. Biggest bank failure in the history of the world happened on Friday. Wachovia, they promised to watch over your money. Well, now they're out of business for all intents and purposes as you wake up this morning. And Matthew Schwager, once Matthew Schwager gets to be concerned, I think we've hit rock bottom.
Oh, my goodness.
Once he starts worrying about it, and I'm hearing some problems going on out there, that's when it's on everyone's radar.
Oh, jeez.
That could be the sign of a turnaround. But anyway, we're going to be paying someone's bill out there. And we'll be doing a T-Man Pays Your Bills moment right after these words. The T-Man Show. We're not going to hold on to what we got. We're going to hand it out to you.
Woo!
Why shouldn't we? We can't put it in a bank. So, a bill was pulled. It is in my hand. It belongs to a woman named Lisa Weseman.
Okay.
Lisa J. Wiesman?
Sure.
Wiseman.
Weseman. And the bill here, it's an invoice from Care Medical Equipment Incorporated. Care Medical Equipment Incorporated. I guess she's buying some needed medical equipment. I mean, well, it doesn't say what it is. What does that mean? What kind of medical equipment do you buy for $758.80?
Wow.
Well, with her group death discount, Terry, it's only a balance of $379.40.
Oh, so they covered what?
They covered a good, 50% of it.
Sure.
And she is asking us to pick up the tab for the rest of it. What did she need? Like a splint for her butt? What did she need?
Dislocated?
Her dislocated VJ needed a little bit of attending to kind of situation, and she called on Care Medical Equipment Incorporated, and for $758.80. Apparently things are on the mend, or at least that's the hope.
Okay.
When you spend that kind of cash for medical equipment.
My bunches never felt better.
Yeah, it's pretty much where they paid 50%, and she's like, well, how do I pay the other 50% now?
Yeah.
Send it to T-Man!
There you go.
Really good coverage she has.
Yes, it's great coverage when Group Death pays your first 50% and T-Man pays the other 50%, and you're left with zero.
I like to pay zero.
You can handle that?
I can handle that. It's my favorite thing to pay.
We'll even let you do it in 3 installments.
All right, what a deal.
Yes. So, Lisa J. Weseman, you have 30 minutes.
Come on.
To have us pay for your medical equipment that was delivered to your home. I mean, everything just being thrown into her lap.
There you go.
She got the healthcare discount. She got the delivery. She's now got us ready to take care of this.
Go.
The rental of equipment piece number 132921.
Dying to know what you ran.
That's the serial number.
Or bought, whatever.
That's the rental serial number.
Wow.
But as far as describing what it is, that's private. That's covered by the Privacy Act. So we'll just assume it's a sling for your bunt, and we'll move on with our lives.
Wow, it's a pretty costly sling.
Don't tell me you haven't paid that much and more, Terry, to get you all good and right. Okay. So we're waiting on Lisa to call us up at 1-866-663-T-MAN. You have 30 minutes. Let's allow Lisa some space and some time. Ladies and gentlemen out there who may be attempting to make her life a little tougher than it might be, let's have her some chances to get through on some open lines here. 1-866-663-T-MAN, so that when your time comes, you can get through as well. In the meantime, Terry, what do you got there?
Well, I have an update for you on Travis Barker and DJ AM.
DJ AM's out of the hospital. I read that
yesterday. He is out of the
yesterday.
hospital. And,
So 6 people on the plane.
Yes.
4 unknowns, basically. 2 recognizable names, those being DJ AM and Travis Barker, and they're the only survivors.
Correct. According to Jermaine Dupree, Barker should be out in about 2 weeks. He's doing well, though, he says.
Is there any possibility that on that plane right before it was going to crash, Travis Barker and DJ AM said to the others, hey, look, we're important, notable names. There's only room for 2 of us to slip out this escape hatch. Nobody knows you guys, so see ya.
Jeez.
I mean, kind of coincidental that there's 6 people on board.
Right.
4 that you wouldn't know their names.
Right.
They all die.
Well,
And the 2 that survive are Travis Barker and DJ AM. I'm just saying the law of averages, the percentages are not with that equation working out that
I
way.
understand. It is.
So I'm just wondering what the hell happened before the big old crash there.
It is really weird.
It is very weird.
Well, you're like nobody, so you can die, right? Wasn't like that, was it?
no,
Okay, just
no,
coincidence then. All right.
Just be careful next time you see a woman pilot, though. That's my only advice.
Really?
Woman pilot and male co-pilot, yes.
Are they part of the 6 or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's only...
It's like a bodyguard and some
And
other
a
person.
personal assistant.
So they died, and
Yes.
the co-pilot and pilot
And the
died.
yes.
So it wasn't 6 passengers. It was 4 passengers
And then the pilot.
and 2 pilots.
Yes.
The pilots died. The bodyguard dies.
Yeah, it's like a security guard or something.
Yep.
Bodyguard.
And
Barker's assistant.
Barker's assistant dies.
Yeah.
And now DJ AM seems like he's going to be okay.
Yes.
And Travis Barker is not out of the hospital yet,
No, but
but he's on the mend.
he is.
I mean, maybe he needs to call Care Medical Equipment Incorporated, Terry. Get a sling for his butt, but he's going to be just fine. And they're the survivors.
Yeah. They are.
If you're the pilot, don't you crash the opposite end of the plane? If someone's going to survive, it's going to be you or what?
Whip it around.
Well,
I'll crash it on your side.
That's right.
You don't do that? You can't do that?
I think it's a little bit difficult to decide which side you're going to crash on.
I see. I guess the plane might have been a tad out of control. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad DJM is out of the hospital. And what about the burns that were covering 50% of his body? Is that...
Well, they're saying that, obviously he's on the mend still. He's getting kind of...
He won't be at the club this Saturday.
No, I
basically the
don't
feeling that you're getting there. Okay.
right.
All right. Well, it's happy news for DJ AM.
It is.
Yes.
Definitely.
All right. What else?
Other news, Heather Locklear apparently got a DUI on Saturday. I don't know what's going on with her, but it seems like she's having a breakdown altogether. She had just recently gone to rehab herself in the last couple of months.
She's seen better days.
She has.
Right.
But now she's falling apart again. I just wanted to give you an update
The
on
story
that.
said she was running over a pair of sunglasses back and forth over them and revving her engine like crazy.
I'm telling you, she's
She's
just
losing it.
She is losing it. And after she got out of rehab, she did a little interview saying, I'm all better now, but
No, there could have
Saturday,
there could have been a very vital and important reason that she was running over those pair of sunglasses 16 times and then reversing her car to go for number 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then some, and then some, and then some. I could see that you don't understand what she was thinking.
It's probably true.
But there was very, very valid and important reasons why she needed to reverse and then forward a car, and because that's what you do to a car, you forward it, and run over the same pair of sunglasses 16 times.
Yeah.
I can't find F. What's that? Is that for forward?
Mm-hmm.
Her mugshot looks pretty good, though, if you're interested.
Yeah, I got to find that for you.
Is it, you're being sarcastic, obviously?
No, she looks pretty still.
Really?
Yeah. 47 years old, mugshot, not bad.
47 years old and taking mugshots.
Yes.
Yep.
This ain't I'm the teenage girl on Dynasty days anymore.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Charlie Sheen laughing. He feels bad for her. He's crying for her. What's the story there?
You mean Richie Sambora? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's who
got
she was
mixed up.
married to. Yeah.
Charlie Sheen was married to
Heather likes the skinny, gangly rock star.
Right.
All right.
Tommy Lee.
Well-
Richie Sambora's got his own problems.
Yeah, he does, because he had gotten a
Yeah.
DUI, too. So.
They're match made in heaven. They
Yeah.
should get back together. The couple that drinks together stays together. That's what I always say. Drinks and drives together.
Well, it sounds like they were better together than they are by themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does sound like
So
it.
maybe the couple that does drinks together and does some serious heroin together needs to stay together.
Yeah, she claims that the whole little rehab stint was for anxiety and depression.
All right.
But,
Is there a mugshot?
yeah.
Okay, you overstated how
She's
good
still
she
pretty,
looks.
though.
Well, but, you know, we've seen some
Seriously
really
overstated.
bad
I expect
ones,
like a little
though.
glam mugshot here.
Really?
She looks awful.
When you see like Tawny Katane or someone, you're like,
Oh,
who
yeah,
is that?
remember that?
She looks like the same.
Fine, maybe compared to that Tawny Katane little mugshot.
But
no,
it still looks like Heather. No?
It looks like an old, weathered Heather.
That kind of
Her
rhyme.
hair is fried.
that a
Her
kid's book?
face is sorry.
I doubt
It's-
her hair is fried. She probably spends a lot of money on it.
Yeah. She's a great commercial. Haven't you seen it?
Her eyes look old. She's tired
Well, she's
looking.
40-something.
I
Yes.
got it.
I'm just a fan, that's all.
And she looks every bit of it and then some.
Come on.
The way I'm just saying the way Hotshot kind of sized it up that she looked real good in her mugshot
She wasn't
is
coming
not
from a
the
beauty
case.
pageant.
That's just not the case.
She
She's
still
been-
looks pretty, I think.
She was drinking hardcore. Give her a break, man.
I can't agree with you that she even looks pretty.
Really?
I cannot.
Really?
No.
It's okay.
This is not the description of a woman that you would say looks pretty.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Now you can say, I could see in this picture how she once looked pretty. Very pretty.
Really?
I could give you that. That I could have a hard time
Let
arguing
me see
with.
it again.
Now you talk about like, but you can't look at this picture and say she looks pretty. I'm sorry.
Really? I think she's been crying, it looks like.
Yeah, well, sure. Well, she was.
She's been
stumbling
crying
around.
for years. All right, let's put this picture up on the tmanshow.com, and you can determine for yourself whether 47-year-old, seen better days, Heather Locklear, does in fact, in your mind, as Terry holds it up to the Terry cam, what do you call those folks, Terry?
Chatters.
That's all you call them? You don't have
Well, I
more
don't
of
know
a, like
what Terry Cam. What?
a name that represents your clique?
Well, Terry.
The Terry cam herd. As she holds it up to the Terry cam, folk. She's holding it up to the Terry cam customers. The Terry cam what? I mean, well, there's got to be a.
I don't.
Anyway, there you have it,
There
Terry
she
cam
is.
people.
We'll just put it permanently up on.
You get it
TVShow.com.
faster than anyone.
Yes.
We're putting it up on the tmanshow.com so you can determine whether or not you see this as a picture of a woman that could be described as a woman that looks pretty. Woman that once looked pretty good.
They're saying she looks pretty haggard.
She looks a little haggard.
Pretty
She's still
raggedy.
For 47, I think she looks
She looks pretty raggedy.
All right.
Standing
I'm
by
in, though,
her
nonetheless.
long
That's right.
time.
Hey, maybe
My
it.
girl.
I stand by her longer than all of her husbands
I
combined.
know.
Listen, if you're asking me whether I'd be in or not, that may be a whole different question.
Right.
But you're saying she looks pretty.
remember-
I'm answering your question.
Yes. She still looks pretty to me.
She does not look pretty to me in this picture. This is a picture where I would not say this woman in this picture looks pretty. All right, she looks a little too old, a little too weathered, a little too sorry to be described as looking pretty.
I was expecting a nightmare, though. Because when you hear people get arrested, I can't wait to see the mugshot, what they look like in real life. Then you see Nick Nolte
Oh,
or James
crazy.
Brown or something.
Nick
You
Nolte
know.
look pretty.
You're like, wow, does he look
This
like
picture of Heather Locklear looks. What was the word you just used?
pretty?
No. Before,
Haggard.
no.
Weathered?
No. There was a word you just used. I was going to say she looks closer to that than she looks pretty. There was a word you just used like less than 20 seconds ago.
Really?
Yes.
And it was a compliment to her?
And then you mentioned Nick Nolte, and I lost track. No, it was not a compliment.
Oh.
You said, I thought I was going to look at this picture, and she would have looked blank.
Yes.
What was that word?
Not good.
No, that wasn't
I don't
the
remember.
term. But whatever that word was, she looks closer to that than she does to pretty, that's for sure. Now, why don't you make the transition from one train wreck to another and tell us about the Amy Winehouse situation,
Oh, my
Terry.
gosh, yes. Another train wreck. Oh, jeez.
Because that is a woman that undeniably looks pretty.
Again,
Pretty
she,
near death.
Yeah. Thursday night, apparently she punched at least one person, maybe even two, they're saying, and then broke down into tears, sobbing uncontrollably. She was just...
I wonder if when she punches someone, does her arm snap? Do the bones just...
Because, she's
kind of on the skinny side last I checked, Terry.
Again, she was at some charity event.
The harder she punches, the more it just puts stress on the bony arm there, and it snaps like a twig, or what?
Yeah, well, you would think. But she, again, like I said, she was at a charity event called the End of Summer Ball at a club in London.
Because I don't think she's punching you like, oh, who hit me? Was that Kimbo Slice? Oh, no, it was Amy Winehouse. Oh, jeez, I'm a little embarrassed now. You gonna watch the big Kimbo Slice fight this Saturday night, Terry?
Is it this Saturday?
They weren't pumping that up too much during the NFL games on CBS. CBS this weekend. They had a little box in the corner during the game of Kimbo's last fight. You
Really?
didn't notice that?
No.
You were probably watching a lot of Fox games.
I wasn't watching anything, actually.
Oh, jeez. Because you were too depressed knowing that it corresponds with your lame-ass a fantasy, a football, a team.
I watched 5 minutes of football.
Wow.
Really?
And if I had your fantasy football team, I would have watched 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got to that 5th minute.
It was tough, but I did.
Hot Shots fantasy football team is a fantasy football utter
No fantasy.
disgrace. By no means a fantasy. More like a nightmare.
Yeah.
Not living up to the billing. Man.
What was the billing?
That it's fantasy football?
Oh, I see. All right. It's more of a nightmare than it is a fantasy.
That's what I'm saying, yes. And that's a shame.
Yeah.
And you wonder why he was only able to watch 5 minutes of football before he headed to his garage to medicate for it
Heavily.
Mm-hmm. What do you got on your team? Who's your quarterback?
I don't know.
Who did you start yesterday at quarterback?
The guy from San Diego.
Oh, yeah, well, he's good.
Yeah.
He just didn't do anything for you yesterday?
No.
Because everyone on your team just was horrible.
Yeah, it was awful. Joseph Adai on a bye. I had no shot.
All right, we got our bill winner on the line, Terry.
Oh, boy.
Really?
Yes.
Good deal.
Why do you sound shocked? I get shocked when people sound shocked.
I'm excited, not shocked.
We're sitting here paying people's bills. I get shocked when somebody doesn't call back.
No, I'm excited. I was excited, really.
I always wonder if the powers that be around here, I always make sure that everything is legitimate as it sounds, Terry.
Yes.
But when I hear somebody doesn't call back, okay, when someone sends a bill in supposedly and doesn't call back, I wonder if it's like Eric Flowers writing bogus bills up and sticking them in the hopper so the station doesn't have to pay much. Why wouldn't somebody call back
What if that came out?
when you're paying their bill?
I got an email from one of our listeners who did not call back.
It should be 100% success rate. I got the same email from
Did
that
you?
lady. The only lady we've had so far. We've done T-Man Pays Your Bills for what, 6 days now?
Yeah.
And we've had 5 winners and 1 loser.
Yes.
The one that I pulled?
The one loser
Yes.
called or emailed me about 19 times over the weekend. And what can I do? What am I supposed to write her back? Is this what my weekend is about?
Responding.
If I ain't writing back the 19-year-old hoochie who was ready to lay it up on a platter for me, I ain't writing you back, all right?
Oh, you're not writing back to 19?
Well, I kind of did, but
Oh,
you know, and in response to my response.
Right.
Let's put this. Oh, wow. Pacey just passed me a picture
Amy?
of the latest
You don't want to see him.
little snapshot of Amy Winehouse.
I think she's still pretty. I'm just kidding.
This also has to go up on the TManShow.com, all right? Okay.
It's an absolute train.
So you sit there. I don't know if you're pretending or you're legitimately sounding like you're happy and surprised
No, I
that
am.
someone
I'm
called
happy,
back this
excited.
quick.
I think it's great.
It should be 30 seconds that a person calls back in. They should be waiting, hoping, crossing their fingers, and then on the phone lines when they hear their name called.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Lisa Weisman. Is that how you pronounce your last name? Weisman? Weisman has done it in the correct fashion. Now, even if it took someone to call her up and wake her out of a sound slumber, that's fine. Right. But you should have enough people in your world where somebody, this show is like, forget 6 degrees of separation, it's like 2 degrees. All right? Somebody's listening who knows you, and maybe Lisa got a call this morning. Maybe she was listening. I don't care. But she's on the line. Inexcusable not to be able to get to the line. Now, the person who emailed you over the weekend said she was trying and couldn't get through.
Well, she told me that she didn't know the 1866 number, which we talk all the time, and it's...
I only gave it about 16 times.
I know.
She put in her emails to me that she had the number but couldn't get through.
Oh, no. In my email was like, I didn't
She's
have the number.
She's trying out different excuses.
Yes, she is. Please, give me another chance.
Oh, jeez.
That's what she
about the
said.
winner? Oh, the loser? Oh. Did you finally coming around, Terry? Anyway.
Finally.
Lisa?
Yeah.
Were you listening, or did somebody call you, or how'd this all work out for you?
I listen to you every morning.
Oh, Lord. Take it easy. And it looks like you purchased or rented some medical equipment here. Are you okay? Do we have to worry about you, or what?
No, it's just, yes. It's just for my neck.
Just in your neck?
Okay. Yep.
You needed a $758 neck brace, or what?
No, it's like a retraction device.
A retraction device.
Sounds pretty serious to me.
Is that like kind of a halo apparatus kind of thing, or what are we talking about? What's a
well, kind of. You lay on the floor and use it.
Oh. Let's go back to the talk about the medical equipment. Please, I'm still a little fuzzy on what you had to... I know there's medical privacy moments here, but we're paying your bill, so
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Privacy out the window.
No, if she wants her privacy, she's allowed her privacy, but if she wants to answer the question, that's, I guess, something that she can either decide she wants to do or doesn't want to do at this time, but I'm curious. You don't have to answer, but what's your condition? Or what was it?
Nothing really, just neck pain.
You had neck pain. Did you get in a car accident or something, or did you get in some...
Nope. I think it's work-related.
Mm-hmm.
Too much work.
Is your sex life just pretty damn freaky and you're throwing yourself all off kilter, or what?
That's it.
Oh, jeez. It's work-related.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do?
Just sit at a computer.
And those are some of the most severe work-related injuries. I mean, you got your NASCAR dudes getting out of cars in flames just fine. But someone who sits in a cubicle typing away for 8 hours, the pain!
Well, I've heard of like
whiplash.
carpal tunnel because of, sitting and doing typing and stuff, but neck stuff I've never heard of.
Yep.
Interesting.
Her neck's gotten a little off-center.
Yes.
And she needed some device to get herself all straightened up. Is that the deal?
That's it.
And did it work or no?
Yeah, for the most part.
And you rented it and you gave it back already, or you still have it?
No, I bought it.
Oh, you bought it outright?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like some cockamamie way of getting L&I out of her company. Oh, my neck. Ooh.
Well, it looks like your health care, believe it or not, paid 50 whopping % of the cost of this much-needed equipment.
Yes.
And now you have us paying the rest of the bill.
Right.
So how's that? I mean, is that, like, pretty
That's
cool
awesome.
or what? I would think so. Man, talk about working the system. Yeah. Talk about squeezing that turnip for all it's worth.
Yeah, when she first came up with this lie about her neck, you probably never thought it'd be covered in full. No way.
And now she's in line to get millions for the lawsuit.
That's right. What a deal.
So do you do, like, data entry and stuff like that, or what?
No, I work at actually a dental office.
A dental office. And you're sitting in front of a computer all day, or what?
Yeah, that and assisting and all kinds.
Oh, so not only you working the desk, but you're also assisting the dentist?
Right.
Wow.
Wow. And then when, like, closing time hits, you got to, like,
No.
shoo away his advances and stuff like that? And...
No. It's
Oh, you're taking his advances. Oh, cool. He's a handsome dentist.
Couple pulls off the nitrous oxide and head on to the back room.
Mm-hmm. Where's the champagne bottle? Here's my butt. Wow. Or maybe the dentist is not hitting on you. Is that the situation?
No, it's a female dentist.
Oh, even better.
Whoa.
Never seen a movie like
Yeah.
that. I'm prepared to, though.
It's 5 o'clock. Muff diving top. Anyway. All right. So you like where you work? Everything's working out well, or what?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's fine.
That's nice. And as far as the rest of your life, your social life, when the work hours are not ongoing, what do you do with your time?
I have kids. I'm married.
How long you been married?
About 8 years.
All right. And your husband's a fairly decent guy or what?
Yeah, he's decent.
It's not the most ringing endorsement ever, but good enough, right, Terry?
I'll take decent after 8
Yeah,
years.
a lot of women would take a decent guy right now in their lives after a number of years of marriage.
She seems happy enough.
Are you happy enough or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
And your kids are cool, or they're a handful, or what?
They're a handful.
How old?
I have 22, 18, and 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got some old kids there.
Yeah.
You're an old lady, huh?
Why are they a handful when they're out of the house?
Right.
Now, don't make it like you listen to us every day, because
I
now,
do.
now the picture is clear. You heard about T-Man Pays Your Bills, and you listen every day since we started the T-Man Pays Your Bills promotion, right or wrong?
No. I listen every day on the way to work.
Wow. I gave her an out.
Yeah, you did.
She could have said, all right, you got me. It's not like we could take the prize away at this point.
No.
Give her a little trivia about the show.
Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank, okay? Gay phone. Gay phone blank.
Operator.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
that's as basic as they come, Terry, but you never know. Someone who doesn't listen may not be able to fill in that blank.
Right.
All right, a more difficult T-Man trivia question. Fill in the blank. Let me think of a good one. I believe you. Whatever.
Come on, you work.
Just had enough stress on the job. Congratulations to you, Lisa.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Woo-hoo.
You call back quick. Your bill is paid. Bing, bang, boom. You're good.
Right on. Thank
Neck
you.
still hurts like a bitch, but that's all right.
Congrats.
From that like mouse trap crap you bought from the wherever. At least you don't have to pay for it. Okay.
All right.
Well done. Hang on the line, and Patient Dave will give you all the info to make sure this bill is paid in full and everything's good. And there's another winner on T-Man Pays Your Bills. You see how easy it is.
Love it.
All right?
I do.
If only Amy Winehouse life could be rectified so quickly.
Holy Toledo.
wish.
You forget she's 23, by the way, when you look at those pictures.
I know, huh?
She looks like a 40-year-old homeless woman.
All right, so what's the latest now? She punched somebody.
Yeah, she was at a little charity event.
I love punching people at charity events.
Yeah.
Yes, that's...
Apparently,
the kid's right here.
the victim that she punched
Here's one for breast cancer. Bam!
basically
Nothing
asked
pisses me off more than charity.
Amy if she would pose for a picture with her. And
Right.
she was okay. Amy was cool with that for a minute, and then she asked Amy if a friend of hers could get in the picture with them. And for whatever reason, that was not cool with Amy, and she
For whatever reason? All the chemicals, maybe?
Yeah.
For whatever
well,
reason.
I know, but that is what prompted the attack,
I
asking
see.
for
Well-
a third person to come into the picture.
Well, it sounds like the fan had it coming, Terry.
Yes.
How dare you ask for a third party to be in the picture?
Yeah.
You're going to get a Amy Winehouse roundhouse right.
Yeah, she punched her in the eye, and then she also tried to headbutt the
She's
event's
like,
official.
look, I let you get in the picture with me. Don't get egregious, or I'm going to hit you with one of these cannons here.
That's right.
One of these cannons.
She's making a fist, threatening her. I'll hit you with one of these cannons.
But she also threatened to headbutt the official photographer for the
She
event.
threatened to headbutt?
Yes.
How do you threaten
Or,
a
well,
headbutt?
she tried to headbutt, not
Oh, she
threaten.
tried to headbutt.
Yeah.
Very
So I'm thinking.
Sorry.
I will headbutt you.
Well, then I'll stand over here.
Yeah, and then she left the event
That may be the only
sobbing
part of her
and
body.
crying.
That may be the only part of her body I'm actually mildly frightened of, Terry. That may be her only scare tactic, because she's all skull.
I know.
She's so all skull that's maybe the only part of her body that, on impact, could do any damage. I don't think I'm really worried about her punching ability. But her headbutting, yeah, I think for a moment, maybe I don't need that. She's all skull.
I don't want her breathing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Pass out from the fumes.
If the impact of the skull doesn't hurt you, the chronic alcohol-induced halitosis, Terry, is going to be an issue.
Yeah, meth breath isn't good.
Yeah, we're kind of down on meth breath.
Yeah.
I don't know how you all find it to be out there, but we're going to take a pass on the meth breath.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Pet Sematary? There's a character in there called Zelda. She looks like Zelda.
I did not see Pet Sematary. I know a lot of people have.
It's an old Stephen King movie.
I am aware
Look
of
up
it.
Zelda. from Pet Sematary looks exactly like her. Mm-hmm. Not good.
I don't think we were dying for an Amy Winehouse lookalike.
I was.
But thank you for hitting us with it. Now we could put that picture next to... No, never mind. Anyway, maybe she shouldn't be shunning rehab as much as it claims.
She
At least,
was.
didn't she do that song? Or
Yeah.
what was the name of
Yeah.
it?
Try to make me go to rehab. No, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a hit?
Not here, but
It did well.
It
yeah,
did
I mean,
okay.
kind of here, but it was bigger in.
She
the
was
UK.
She was heard saying, "quote Life can't go on. I can't do this."
It did well, but you never played an Amy Winehouse cut in your life.
I played it a little bit. There was a remix with Jay-Z. I wouldn't have played it alone, to be honest with
She
you.
did work with Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Were they actually in the same recording studio, or they just did it at separate
doubt it.
times?
Separate times, I'm
I'm
assuming.
assuming, yes. And that's the way just about every collaboration is done these days, right?
a
They're
lot of-
never there together at any time, are they?
No, unless they're
They
like...
lay down the track and they
Send
may
it over.
And if they're lucky, when the person they're collaborating with, if they're lucky, the person will listen to it before they do their part.
Right.
Yeah, they don't look into each other's eyes like Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton doing Islands on the Stream.
You know, that's a shame because Kenny and Dolly's chemistry has yet to be surpassed.
Right.
And you wonder why.
The T-Man Show.
The stars rocked the carpet and the vote in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Christina Aguilera said she had one very good reason to be there.
For my son, I'm really...
Christina Aguilera is getting out the vote for Barack Obama, Terry.
All right.
She's doing it for her son. Mm-hmm.
Good deal.
She wants to ensure his future is going to be as pleasant as her life is going.
Christina Aguilera said she had one very good reason to be there.
For my son, I'm really here just in support of, wanting a better future for him, too.
And the singer dished her little man May
She
1.
sounds eerily normal, Terry.
Yeah, she did.
What's wrong with her?
She's a mama now.
Yeah.
She's all grown up,
Yeah.
doing all the mature stuff.
And
Got
the
it.
singer dished her little man may one day follow in her musical footsteps.
He beats on everything like a drum, so it's definitely in the genes.
Get used to that. If you got a son, he beats on everything.
Your mom was saying about you when you're 13.
Yeah, it's really weird. He beats on everything. I don't know if I should expect this for the future. Yeah, you might want to mark it down as a given.
On the couch, on the carpet, on the
jeez.
chair, on the bed.
Wow. In my fur coat?
You name it. Wow.
My mom never had a fur coat. But if she did, it would have been pretty soiled, Terry.
Oh, wow.
Anyway,
Yes, sir.
what else is going on? Want me to read a couple of Ask T-Man letters here? I don't got anything really that
Sure.
interesting, but I know you got a whole pile of stuff over there. Let me see what I have here. Dear T-Man. My fiance wants to make our wedding into a 4-day event. Wow.
Whoa, really?
I can't even take a 4-hour wedding spectacular, Terry.
What the heck?
And this dude's girlfriend wants to make their wedding into a 4-day spectacular. I just never want it to end.
Whoa. That is crazy.
All right, let me read through some of these, and then maybe I'll get to some of these Ask T-Man letters in a little bit. What do you have over there in the Terry Free Newsroom?
I have a story here out of Colorado about an 18-year-old gentleman who hired 2 hitmen to kill his mother so that he could,
Footsteps.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
so that he could use his inheritance to buy his girlfriend breast augmentation.
Whatever you got to do to get laid, I guess, Terry. Just going to kill his mom to get the funds to buy his girlfriend breast implants?
Apparently so.
Women will give you, like, an arrangement for, like, sex for life if you buy them breast implants. I'm working on a couple of those deals right now, Terry.
It's a good deal.
Uh-huh.
Well, the
Women who can't afford breast implants but know they really need it,
Yeah.
they're in a tough spot. And they're prepared to hand over the keys to their VJ pretty much for an entire lifetime if you could somehow get them the breast implants that they can't get for themselves.
Now, what do you get for like 1,000 off?
1,000 off could get you a year and a half of free reign on the VJ there, yeah.
Wow, it's a good deal.
Mm-hmm. Then you won't have to beat on everything.
Beats on everything like...
Well,
Okay, go ahead.
they've been arrested. The son, the girlfriend, and the 2 hitmen.
He beats on everything.
Okay, yeah.
And they're being held on $50,000 bail. And if they are convicted,
I'm almost there.
they
Beats on everything.
Okay, yeah, what?
they could get life in prison.
Who?
Yeah.
They really try to kill the mom.
Yeah, they actually beat her, the hitman did, with a bat. She was able to escape.
Jeez.
And yeah.
Can't beat that.
That's a
So
bad way to go out.
Isn't that, yeah, okay.
go out via the bat.
Yes. It's a lot of work. Doesn't the bullet work better?
Just one, I guess.
One good crack to the skull could do the trick.
Could.
But not for sure.
Not for sure.
So you got to do a couple.
Terry knows from a good bat beating. And she knows you got to be thorough.
Well,
if you want to really collect that inheritance, even though they may look like they're dead, with one swift little whack with the bat and the little skull there, you may want to hit them with multiple little whacks to make sure that inheritance is definitely coming your way so you can get that girl the implants that will get you the keys to her VJ for the rest of your life.
That's a tough way to die, I think.
To be beaten to death with a bat?
Yeah, I don't like that way. It's right up there with being locked in the trunk alive and being pushed into a lake.
Now, what kills you?
one.
What kills you? The being locked in the trunk alive for days? Or
No, not for days. Just like, a couple minutes ago, they threw you in and they roll the car into a lake.
Oh, so you're in the car, in the trunk when you're in the lake?
Yes.
See, I think it's worse to be locked in the trunk of a car, then be let out, think, okay, I got some air for a second, and then be tossed into the lake like in bondage.
Oh, yeah. Drowning sucks.
Or how about being locked in the trunk of a car and then being let out in a deserted area and being shot in the head?
Also bad.
That's not good.
But shot in the head, when you get shot in the head, it ends quickly. But just struggling in the car with water slowly leaking in.
And you're trying to get your last...
And that's why you have the same feeling about being beaten to death via the bat, because there's a while there that you know that you're being killed and there's really not much you can do about it except just wait for the blow that ultimately does you in.
Yes.
Kind of like at the end of the movie Casino, where Joe Pesci's character gets beaten to the last little... moment.
He gets it good.
And you kind of felt like he deserved it, though.
Well, after watching
so
his
painful to watch.
Yeah.
After watching his brother getting beat.
Yes, he had to watch his brother die before him, and then they were both buried alive while still breathing, and that does signify that you're still alive.
With Eric Clapton's Layla playing in the background?
No, that's that's Goodfellas. You got the Scorsese movies kind of mixed up. Yeah.
I'm sure I like them both, though.
You didn't see either one?
I don't remember them.
You've seen Casino.
I've seen parts of it on TBS.
You can't.
TBS. Edited.
You want to see all the blood and gore.
That is a movie that has every other line in it is a curse word.
Why do they even bother?
You can't put that on non-cut TV.
Yeah. Listen here, you freaking pencil neck. I'm sure he said pencil neck.
Mm-hmm. So you can't watch it on TBS and get any kind of appreciation for it. You can't watch it on any channel that'll cut it because they're just cutting like crazy.
All right.
All right? Okay, I'm glad we can get that straight. But anyway.
And bat beating's bad.
Bat beating's still across the board unanimously agreed upon as bad. Good. And that's how this dude arranged for his mother to be killed.
Yes.
So that he could get the inheritance, so that his girlfriend could get the breast that she longed for, so that in turn, her appreciation would be so great towards him for not only being willing to kill his mom to get the money to get her the breast, but just getting the breast in general for her made him her hero for the rest of her life.
Yes.
Or until she gets sick of him with her new bigger breasts and decides to welch on her agreement.
Right.
And makes him that much more crazy. Right. And then he goes on an all-out killing spree.
Wow.
Take your pick.
Okay.
Moral of the story is, don't kill your mom.
As much as you want to.
All right?
It's a pretty good moral.
Don't hire anyone to kill your mom.
Right.
All right? Is there anything more just low in this world than hiring someone to kill your mother?
Nope.
Yeah, the woman whose VJ made it possible for you to be in this world.
Oh, wow. What if she had a C-section? Then can you?
Well, then it's up for debate.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Of course not. What a preposterous thing to say. That can't be a true story.
It is.
Hand it over.
I shall.
Hand it over, woman.
Oh, wow.
Let's see what we got here.
Now, mind you,
this happened in this state where
happened in Colorado.
Wow, I was wondering if it even happened in this country. It happened in Colorado. Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
18-year-old dude named Nikita Weiss. Mm-hmm. Well, when you're a guy named Nikita, you're going to be kind of a little unstable from the beginning of your existence, wouldn't you think?
Pretty cool name, yeah.
Yeah.
A guy named Nikita?
Yeah. Like Nikita, who was the wrestler?
Nikita Koloff?
Yeah, Nikita
Oh,
Koloff.
my gosh, really?
All right, maybe it worked for Nikita Koloff.
Right.
But this is an 18-year-old guy in Colorado.
This horrible Russian fake accent.
If you're 18 and you're living in Colorado, hard to pull off the name Nikita and have a normal kind of mindset as far as being an adjusted 18-year-old. Hard enough to be an adjusted 18-year-old these days. But your name Nikita and living in Colorado?
It's tough.
You're going to be a little unstable. He lived in Fountain, Colorado. Have you heard of Fountain, Colorado, Terry?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well, he hired two hitmen.
Mm-hmm.
Takes two to take out your mom?
Remember, we're doing it with a bat.
Say a few words and she starts crying.
To kill his mom.
Oh my God, dude.
Now, I'm assuming that the job was not successful, right? The mom is still amongst
she
the
survived.
living? She survived,
She survived.
No, that's good.
She was able to escape.
I'm sure she's happy to live and be able to understand that it was her son.
Right.
That's having her be in the predicament that she's in intensive care in the hospital. Oh, phew, I thought it was somebody I didn't know.
Yeah, if you thought Thanksgiving was awkward before, wait till this year. Oh, my gosh. Hey, Pastor, grab your mom. Yeah, as long as you don't kill me. Lots of that. She'll probably never let it go. You know.
Last Thursday, it was just last Thursday, that a hitman named Brandon and Juan attacked his mom with a baseball bat. It says here she survived. She's in the hospital. And the son and the girlfriend are being held on $50,000 bail. So they can get out for $50,000, Terry.
Yeah. Well, and so are the two hitmen, I believe.
But they are facing life in prison.
Yes.
Really? For attempted murder, you get life in prison?
According to the Colorado Gazette. All right.
Well.
So there you go, moms. Be nice to your kids.
Oh, really? Is that it?
Yep.
We were nice. We gave you life.
Now, with every trial, with every kind of criminal activity of a high-profile nature, you got your supporters out there for the wrong side, Terry, for the bad guy, if you will, for the murderer. Murderers have pen pals that are true to them to their dying day,
They get married,
and
too.
then some, and
People marry 'em.
people on the outside marry mass murderers. Is anyone out there gonna befriend? Anyone out there gonna take the side of this 18-year-old Nikita that tried to kill his mom to get his girlfriend breast implants?
Maybe his mom was abusive. We don't know. Maybe she abused him, his whole life.
I'm sure that'll be part of the defense, whether she did or didn't.
Maybe she was horrible to him, locked him in an attic his whole life. He finally escaped.
Sounds like you're speaking from a little bit of experience.
Right,
Right?
I know.
He finally escaped, found a girl with no boobs, offered him to her, then tried to kill his mom.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Apparently, Fountain, Colorado is 80 miles south of Denver.
Oh.
You've heard of Denver, right, Terry?
I have.
Okay. It's in the center of the state of Colorado.
It's right by South Park, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, his girlfriend was 21 years old, by the way.
I know.
He had an older girlfriend that
Yes.
obviously was ruling
Yes.
his brain and then some.
A tad manipulative.
Nothing worse than a 21-year-old that needs breast implants and can't find a way, Terry. We have no choice but to kill your mom.
Imagine that conversation.
So on that, figure it out, get it done.
Right.
And let's get some cash going here.
Right.
Well, let's kill your mom. No, yours. All right.
21-year-old Sophia Alsept was the girlfriend who was on the... She was waiting to be on the receiving end of those breast implants that if only the plot wasn't foiled by those meddling kids, Terry,
True.
she would be a big boob 21-year-old maybe right at this moment. But no, mom had to survive, and
Right. Damn it.
dude had to go to jail, and now she's still as flat-chested as ever.
Yep. Now, also probably going to jail.
Interesting story.
Yeah.
Okay, too bad they brought an end to Court TV. Although they still have it, but it's not named Court TV anymore.
Right.
I think that's right.
It's called
True.
like True TV.
Oh yeah, it's one of my
It's
like
not
6.
reality.
But they don't even
It's
show they don't really
actuality.
show court trials anymore. That's their slogan.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
It's not reality. It's actuality.
Yes.
it sounds just like the guy actually.
Anyone could do reality these days. We do actuality.
Yeah, it's really catching on actuality TV.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same shows. They show cops and all that crap.
Do you out there want to be the next actuality star?
I do, yeah.
Actually, I do not.
They got a pretty cool lifeguard show on there.
They
They got
do?
a lot of cool shows on there.
First 48.
On True TV?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
What do they
First
got?
48.
The first 48.
That is crazy.
First 48?
Yes.
It's a crazy show.
It is.
It's kind of like Cops, though, right?
No.
Not even.
Don't they have a show that's kind of like Cops? that I'm thinking of?
Cops.
They have Cops on there.
Yeah.
All right, but they don't have a show like this. Isn't there another show that's like just like Cops now that had OJ on it when he got arrested in Las Vegas?
No.
It's on True TV?
No, they got a show called Speeders.
Okay, I'm telling you.
Animal Cops.
Animal Cops.
Not Animal Cops. There's a show out there that actually shows the bookings and they take you to the cell that you're going to be in. It shows the first couple of minutes of you in jail. Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Well, I saw it. I don't know what the name of it is. But if it's not on True TV, it should be. Anyway, what else? What else is going on?
According to new research, avoiding conflict is actually good for your marriage when it comes to relationship problems.
There you go. Just sweep it under the rug. Pretend it's not happening. Just deny you and your spouse your problems, and it'll just allow you to get to old age before you know it. There's your goal.
Well, they say that, when it comes to arguments and conflicts in marriage, that women, of course, want to talk things out because it makes them more comfortable.
Right.
And it's the opposite for men because it makes them more uncomfortable to talk about their feelings and the issue.
What's the first 48 about?
They follow homicide detectives.
Right.
During the first 48 hours of homicide.
Because they say they need it.
Oh, so it's like a real life CSI.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see
What a
body
concept.
and body parts, and
And that's what gets it done for you.
you kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They show body parts.
Oh, yeah. They show more than that, too.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Blown out brains and stuff like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty graphic.
Well, that's because it's actuality TV. It's not reality. It's actuality, and here are the brains to prove it.
Yeah.
Splattered all over this restaurant little table booth here.
Yeah, they have done one on that. Inside a truck.
Oh, the truck one was bad.
Wasn't that crazy?
Hey, we got a part of him over here, too. I'm like, yeah.
It's like he was beat inside first, and then they dragged him out, and then...
Okay, we get it. All right, wonderful. So the bottom line from what you're telling us now is don't talk it out anymore. That was all wrong. For years they told you don't deny your problems, talk them out, work it through. Now they're saying, yeah, forget all that. Keep it inside. Keep it locked away. Don't discuss it. And just hope to get to old age at some point and you can die together.
Well, they say that forcing a man to talk when his natural instinct is to mentally kind of check out because he doesn't like confrontation,
right?
Can actually make a bad situation much worse.
Uh-huh.
So maybe just kind of right away, even though women, we have a tendency to want to talk about it right away, just kind of give a little cooling period. And then come back to it a little bit more. I don't know.
I mean, don't you love it? For years and years, they tell you one thing. This is good for you. Oh, you got to do this. You got to do this. And then they come out with a study. Oh, no, that was way wrong.
Oh, did I say good for
That'll
you?
kill you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So here I'm reminded of all the times I was told, you got a problem with your significant other? Don't let it fester. Talk it out.
Right.
Address it. Communicate.
Correct.
Now you're hitting it with a story. Don't talk it out. Keep it inside. Don't have confrontation.
Right.
Sweep it under the friggin' rug and pretend it never happened.
That's how I like to
I
deal with
don't
it.
think
my favorite.
it's the whole sweep it under the rug. I think that the conflict right away is a little bit what they're talking about. Yeah. Whoa.
Anything we talk about, it
I
happens
know.
to you.
All of a sudden,
Ball hit by a hammer. Ooh, my balls hurt.
And I got a ring into my ear. And there's a baseball bat about to hit my head. Miranda, you're on the air. Hello.
Ringing in my ear.
Hi.
in the trunk of
Definitely do know. Yes, Miranda.
I don't kid.
She got cut off at high. Or I actually knocked her off by accident. My fault. Let me go to Marcus. Or maybe the phone just are whacking out. Marcus, don't tell me no. I'm telling you that it might be.
Nope, not at all.
All right, 1-866-663-T-MAN. Anyone that has a comment on anything we may have discussed so far this morning. I know people are more reluctant to talk on a Monday, but feel free to share your thoughts with this here, a program. We want to hear from you, 1-866-663-T-MAN. You want to tell us about your weekend? You want to tell us about how you've been sleeping under the rug for years, and boy, your marriage or your relationship has never been better. Boy, did you know something that the rest of us didn't. Marcus, what's on your mind?
Yeah, man, when it comes to the guy-girl ratio, where the guy, he usually doesn't want to talk about what's going on in the relationship, it's the complete opposite with me and my girlfriend.
You always want to talk about it, and your girlfriend does not want to talk about any issues you may have. She clams up.
I mean...
She goes into her little girl shell. You try to drag stuff out of her, but she ain't having it, and you're like dealing with it's like you're involved with a mute.
Yeah, pretty much so.
Mm-hmm. That could be irritating for any guy who likes to talk.
Yeah.
And, no, I mean,
girlfriend
not the fact
becomes
that I
a
like to
mute.
talk, it's just I'm trying to have a successful relationship.
Oh.
And
Well, Terry's alerting you this morning that it was all wrong, that a successful relationship is one that actually denies your true problems.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
acknowledge them,
That's
clam
where I
up,
feel.
don't talk about them. It's like it never happened. That's how I took
I mean,
it,
you
Terry.
have to pay
I know
attention to
that's how
things
you
that's going
took
on in your
it.
relationship.
But I mean, I think there comes a time where you do have to communicate. It may not be right then and there at the heat of the moment. Yeah, I can understand that with the research because most men, the typical man doesn't want to talk it out right then and there.
Well, he's saying, aren't you saying that you have a girlfriend that does the same thing, that you're the one who likes to talk, but she doesn't like to?
She has no conversation when it comes to the things I have to with her.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to our problems.
And that's probably the secret to your guys' success.
Nah, that's
and
not.
lack of communication.
No, Tim.
The less we
Her way
talk,
of
the better
getting
chance
over
we have.
everything is just simply by going to the club with her girlfriend.
Mm.
So now you're starting to resent her because she won't talk to you.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm here on the other end giving my all, and she just wants to kick it with her girls.
And how do you think she ends those nights? Those nights she goes out with her girls.
I mean, she's at home. She's not with anybody else. I mean,
and you know this because
she lives in Atlanta, T-Man.
You're staked outside her window every night that she goes out with the girls, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to get a good glimpse from here to Atlanta, wouldn't you say?
I moved here in May.
Uh-huh.
And she's been here one time since I moved here.
All right, so the rest of the relationship is
week.
pretty much over. So what are you worried about? No need for concern. No need to worry about any gap of communication. She's got her life now. You got yours. And
I mean, it's how long we've been together. We've been together for 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm only 25. I was 17 when I got with her.
And now it's over.
It's hard to let go.
Well, moving across the country is certainly a good way to try to make that happen for you.
Sounds like a good guy.
I mean, I came out here for a career opportunity, and she's not trying to come out here because she works back in Atlanta.
And maybe because you're a little dull. But anyway.
Wow. But he sounds like a really nice, genuine guy. He's hurt.
Whatever. I'll get over it.
Man, you know, I
Toughen
tried
up.
to go on the social scene out here, but
you haven't.
it's just
You're not feeling it yet.
from Atlanta
I
to
get
here.
it. Yes. You haven't really found your stride yet. You're missing
my
home.
swag.
I know how it works. You'll get your swag back, all right?
Yeah.
All it takes is one drunken hoochie to come along, and you'll be back on your A game and not missing home as much.
Do I talk to her about, you
No.
know, letting the relationship go? And
If you didn't talk to her in Atlanta, why are you going to talk to her now across the country?
we talk every day.
All right.
Yeah, but she's only been out here once. It doesn't sound like she's, really.
Don't try to make a long-distance relationship thing happen. If she didn't move across the country and feel enough about your relationship to do that, or you didn't feel enough to stay home and turn down the career opportunity, it says all it needs to be said about the relationship, all right?
Yeah, you make sense.
Yes. I do on a rare occasion.
Good luck to you.
Okay? Good luck to you.
All right, man. Y'all have a great show.
Yeah,
man.
take care. Bye. Danielle.
Wow, look at
You're on the air. Hello.
Blowing him off faster than his girlfriend.
I know.
Yes, Danielle.
He's reaching out to you, Danielle.
And I was there for him, Terry. Yes, Danielle.
Hello?
Hi.
That show that you were talking about?
Who was talking
About
about?
the people getting arrested?
Yeah.
It's called Jail.
Called Jail?
Yeah.
How creative. Well, I'm glad I didn't stick around to see the name of the show because, I don't know, it's just kind of a lame name. But anyway, you're talking about the show that actually showed O.J. being booked in his Las Vegas infraction.
I don't know.
I couldn't believe it. I don't know why I didn't get more publicity. I'm sitting there, I'm watching O.J. get booked and taken to his holding cell, and they just leave him in there, and that was that. No, didn't get any pub, and I felt like, am I dreaming this?
Well, he's got big shoes to fill as far as court cases go.
It's actually called Jailed. But
Jailed?
I just got a text.
Oh, all right. Well, it's interesting. I don't even know if it's still on the air, but I watched it a few times and I was in. Anyway, thank you for helping out.
Yeah, thank you.
What are you going to do today, Danielle?
Take my daughter to school right now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How old's your daughter?
10.
How old are you? 19? You're what?
26.
26?
Yes.
So you had your daughter at 16?
Yes, I did.
You little hooker. Love that about you. Serving it up at 16 and dealing with the repercussions ever since, huh?
I don't care if you don't pull out. It's fine.
And being totally responsible as a good mother should.
My body, I do what I
when
want.
you were up against it from the very beginning, right, Danielle? Right?
Yeah.
Biological father, nowhere to be found. Don't know if he's dead or alive. I mean, am I right or wrong?
Or his name, for that matter.
Yeah.
Watching Jailed, wonder if he's going to show up at any time.
There he is.
Yeah, I knew I'd see him sooner or later.
I'm about to call the producers of this show and get his social security number.
You guys are
Well, good job, Danielle. Thanks for checking in.
Oh, my
You
goodness.
sound kind of young to have a 10-year-old.
There you go. It's a very good, responsible 26-year-old mom who was up against it a day here, a day there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Got all horned up at 16 and didn't know it would end up quite like this. Just because her VJ got a little tingly at 16 doesn't mean she has to... Well, she's handling it.
She is. Good for her. It's a tough road, but good for her.
Take her daughter to daycare. What'd you say, taking her daughter to school or daycare?
School. She's
Daycare.
10.
Oh, yeah. Don't have to worry about her for 8 hours. There you go.
It's great. 8-hour nap coming right up.
Nothing like a good 8-hour nap.
Jeez.
Maybe tough to fall asleep that night, but... 1-866-663 T-Man. Troy, you're on the air. What can I do for you, Troy?
Hey, T-Man, I just wanted to say thank you for paying my wife's bill today on Pay Your Bills. You guys are doing something awesome.
Oh, that was your wife?
I'm not for the bailout plan, but I'm for the T-Man deficit bailout plan. It's definitely on.
He's not for the government's bailout plan, for the egregious Wall Street people that just screwed up trying to make every last buck they could and putting the whole country and the world in jeopardy.
Right.
But he's into the T-Man bailout plan where we don't ask of anything of you. We just give your bills a good whack, and that's what we did to his wife's bill. That was your wife early this morning?
It was Lisa Weisman, and it's also
I
her
remember
birthday today. I just wanted to give her a shout-out. Tell
Is
her
that
happy
right?
birthday. I love her, and good job.
Man, we hit up on her bill on her birthday?
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow, she didn't even mention that.
No.
She's not greedy.
How about her husband calling in? Yeah. Giving her a little extra moment here. That's nice you did.
It's a lot of love there.
I'm just trying to work something out for the night, T-Man.
I love her even more now that she's not in so much debt. All right, Troy, thanks for checking in.
All right, thank you, T-Man. You have a great day, sir.
Yeah, what's your favorite radio station?
What?
Yeah, all right. Classic rock. 1-866-663 T-Man back at these words.
The T-Man Show.
Hey, yo, Kim.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
Nothing.
What are you up to?
Working.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I work at Allstate.
Huh.
Yeah, I have a comment about the article Terry was talking about.
Well, hold on. Let me answer. Okay, now let me ask this question. Am I in good hands? Hey.
Of course.
All right.
In my hands.
Oh, whatever. A little further down in the other carriage there. What can I do for you this morning? What's on your mind?
Well, I think
I'd say
about
undercarriage
this article
lately.
that
Very descriptive.
saying was,
Yeah, definitely.
argue about everything. You got to pick and choose your battles.
Oh, thank you so much for the advice. You got to pick and choose your battles in relationships. Well, according to Terry's little newly released study this morning, you don't pick and choose anything. You opt to not discuss any issues if you want a healthy relationship.
Well, you can't do that.
Well, according to the study, if you want to have your best shot at making it to the rocking chair with the partner that you're with, you don't acknowledge any ills in your relationship. You pretend they don't exist. You stay mute. You stay silent. Discuss nothing, which goes against everything they told you all through the years. Get it out. Communicate. Open lines. Blah, blah, blah. That never worked. We should have realized that. Leads to fights. Leads to throwing things.
Well, I've been with my husband for 7.5 years.
You've been with your husband 7.5 years.
That's right.
And for 7.5 years, you've been picking and choosing your battles?
That's right.
I'm sure he loves the ones you pick and choose to scream at him about.
That's right. You can't scream at him about everything.
Yeah. So you choose almost everything.
That's right.
I see. there's a secret to her success, Terry.
Yes.
And do we want to be as successful as her in her marriage? I don't think so. Thanks for the call, Dick. Take care. Work on the policies. All right? Leave the rest of us alone with your good-for-nothing advice. Pick and choose.
Well, that is a little bit of
I've
truth
heard
to
that. It's so overused, trite.
But it is. I mean, that is true.
Choose your battles.
There are certain things that you like, oh, that's really not even worth it to even get in an argument over.
Exactly.
So that's picking and choosing.
She's enlightening us on something that we haven't heard a million times before. Thanks for the call. Not really. Next time you pick up the phone to call this show, put it back down. Don't bother! Hate to have to scold a listener like that, Jay, but you think she's enlightening us, as I just said.
Yes.
Like, we haven't heard that a million times.
Maybe it's just a quick reminder.
Oh, really? I can pick and choose? I didn't know I had that option.
You thought I was forced to argue about stuff.
Mm-hmm. I get it. Not everything's worth it. I understand. Thanks a lot. You've opened my eyes. 1-866. Don't you feel the urge to call now? 1-866-663. I'm sorry, I can't help it, Jerry. Pick and choose.
Just a little reminder. You know, that's all it was.
Such worldly advice. Thanks for giving it to all us simpletons that couldn't figure it out. Kyle, you're on the air.
Hey, man.
Yes, Kyle.
Hi, Hot Tot.
Hey.
Terry.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, good job last week, T-Man, telling that guy to keep Farb in there, huh?
Who did what now?
You told that guy on the fantasy league to not bench Farb.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and then he threw a 6 touchdown passes.
Mm-hmm. Now I'll tell him if he's listening to pick and choose his battles. Yes.
Hey, what happened to your boy Spring?
I don't know what happened.
He went out of the game.
They were talking him up big time in the first half yesterday. Then he got all cramped up. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So a lot of people get hurt in the NFL. It's a high-risk injury league. Yeah. That's what happened.
That's right.
You're chasing Terrell Owens around the field all afternoon. You may get a little owie here and there. All right? It'll be fine. Man. All right. Thanks for checking it. It's a Monday. That's clear. 1-866-663-T-Man. You got something on your pie you want to hit me with, Terry?
Well, I guess all the porn that you watch is actually good for your sperm, according to new research.
Good for my sperm when I'm cleaning it up off the floor?
Well, just in general, I guess. Researchers...
Why do you use the floor? Can't you just...
A floor guy!
You are a floor guy.
You just let it go?
Yes, he does.
Really?
So, you don't still do that now that you bought your own home.
I don't take the beaten little precautions necessary. A lot of times it's just on a whim. Sitting there, I'm checking my finances perhaps, and then all of a sudden I get a little bored. I head over to a neighboring site, and before I know it, I'm beating the paddywhacker. And I don't stop to lay down tissue paper or stuff like that. I'll clean up afterwards.
Why does it have to go on the carpet? Why can't it just go on your person?
On your person?
Because I am a dignified soul.
Really?
Oh, yeah, so let me throw it on the floor.
And I don't like to have it all over my chest, all right?
Goes that high?
That's right.
Oh, my gosh.
I have heavy capacities. And
all right.
With
Sorry I asked. You realize you're the only person that does that in America.
I have a high-intensified load.
You're the only one that does that in America. No one else goes on the carpet.
Oh, so you...
Absolutely not.
You think it's much more couth to be walking to the bathroom with a big pool of your own jizz all over you.
Pretty uncouth to do it in general, but I think cleaning up your carpet afterwards is a little much.
Well, you just have a towel, you would think, right?
Yeah, just a towel or something.
I have to disagree in an immense fashion to say that it's uncouth to be doing necessary things to your own self to get yourself through the day.
It's always that depressive walk to the bathroom. No, what did I just do?
Yeah, there's no great way to do it. You want to lay down the tarp ahead of time? Wonderful. You want to do it on yourself to make for a less cleanup around the house? Mm-hmm. Terrific. I'm not knocking your ways. Mm-hmm. Don't knock mine.
I think you could do better for yourself, kid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to help.
If I need to lay down on this...
You got the old spot shot every time?
Is that your new nickname?
It should be.
Spot shot Scott?
I should do ads for him. You know, the carpet cleaner?
Listen, I don't necessarily have it land in the carpet, all right?
What, the cat box?
Here's how my...
Where does it go? I don't know. I'm dying to know.
Well, I always thought you just went to
Don't
the
ever
little
talk about my wife
laundry
that way.
room.
Call her the cat box. What's that now? The laundry room? No,
I thought that was the,
I do a
norm.
Well, that used to be more the norm. If you must know, since you're so curious.
I'm just kind of amazed, as is Hot Shot, that it just falls on the floor.
I have my
and
office.
You're okay with
I
it.
have my office now in my house.
Terry walked in with a plate.
I don't have a cup. I don't have a mug. I have nothing. I have my office in my house, and there's an adjacent bathroom. All right. A lot of times I'm on my computer, and just before, in an effort to be as clean as possible.
Pissed that I asked you. Okay. Yes.
You know what? You can get out of it now.
No.
I'll tell you what. If you're really pissed that you asked me, how about you forget that you asked me, and I'll stop right here.
I'm in.
I will.
I'm in.
No. I'll stop right here.
I'm in.
No, you said you're pissed that you asked me.
Do I really need? I don't. Why?
I would
why?
love to stop explaining this to you, but you put me in a spot now where I have to
All
explain
right,
it
yeah,
to you.
but
So
if
I'll tell you
Jason-
what. You're pissed that you asked me, so forget you asked me, and I'll stop the explanation right now.
Come on, I want to know.
No. You're not getting it now.
Tell me where it lands.
You were pissed that you asked me.
Please tell me. I take back not wanting to know where it lands.
You were pissed that you asked me.
Yeah, I don't think I should know this about you.
Okay, good.
Well, but you're already
I don't think you need to know this about me either. All right? So there we are in agreement.
How about one
Thank
of those,
you so much.
One of those things they put over you at the barber, and I just cut a little hole in the bottom so it's nice and clean. Wear it every time.
I so don't want to know anymore.
I just think the carpet, I think you could do better. That seems like a lot of work.
Maybe I am doing better. You'll never know. I was about to explain to you how I perhaps am doing better. All right?
But you don't have the computer in your bathroom, so where do you go in the bathroom?
He just said, oh my God, he was going to tell you.
I have the
but you-
memory in my mind of what was on the computer as I head into the bathroom.
So he finishes off of the
That's no good.
I have a very vivid memory.
Sounds
and I
like
have a
it.
very creative imagination. I can take the clip I just saw to yet a higher level better than they could do
wow.
on browsers or Banger Bros. Or, 1-866-663-T-Man. I'm glad you didn't want to know. Now you'll never know. I had a chance. You had a chance to hear it all.
To hear it all.
That's right.
I could have had it all.
You could have had it all, kid. Aaron, you're on the air. Hello.
Can I leave now? Because
I would have given you the
really...
I would have given you the perfect little game plan for your solo moments there. But Hotshot had to step in and say, I'm kind of pissed that I asked you.
I don't think I
and
need to know
now
that
you
much.
lost your shot, kid.
I'll look at your bathroom differently. You let him do this in here, bathroom?
Aaron, you're on the air.
How about the carpet gets like a landmine?
Yes, Aaron. Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yes. What's your question?
My question is that lady that called back and said something about it being a give and take thing. That is not the case at all. Because whenever you try to say something to someone about the way they do something or something that makes you mad or whatever,
Can you be a little more general?
that person more pissed.
That person what?
It just makes that person more pissed.
Makes the person more pissed.
Doesn't do anything about it.
Well,
But
what works in one person's relationship may not exactly work in another person's, Aaron. I think that's maybe what you're coming to the conclusion of here. So even though she stated in the last segment on the phone that it worked for her, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to agree that that works in your relationship. So
what I found, what's awesome is not saying anything at all.
Not saying anything. So you're a clam-up guy. You're a deny it exists, any problems in your relationship. And the study Terry found this morning suggests that that's a more healthy way of keeping your relationship strong than anything. This whole talk, again, I'll repeat it one more time. This whole talk that they've given you through the years of any problems that happen in your relationship, you got to immediately address it and open the lines of communication and talk it out is garbage. Lock it up inside, deny it exists, and don't say a word about it.
Exactly.
And that's Aaron to a T.
It is. Sounds like
And to a T-man.
And I've been with my girl for 12 years.
Mm-hmm. And they're going strong. They've had a million problems, but none that they talked about. So it's like they've had nothing go wrong, Terry.
That's right.
You see the beauty of that?
Oh, sure.
He has so many things to tell her that bothers him, and he's told her zero.
Correct.
And they've lived happily ever after.
All right.
Ignorance truly is bliss.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Well, is it ignorance, really?
If you don't know, yeah.
Well, for the other party, yes. It's ignorance, yes. His girlfriend, or whoever she is, has no idea all the things that bothers the hell out of him because he's told her nothing.
Well, I've tried, but it gets me absolutely nowhere. So therefore,
sounds like a girlfriend.
I found that this is the best remedy.
Mm-hmm. So silence is what you've discovered is the best tactic as far as anything that's on your mind.
Well, just through trial and error, pretty much. I mean, I've
through trial and error, you discovered trying to talk it out is a joke.
You know?
Yes,
but it just doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
All right.
So he hasn't said a word to her in 7 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're awesome.
They talk through their body language.
Not to say anything bad about females or
now he just
like
grunts at her.
I love you.
He whips it out and goes, huh? And she goes, huh? And boy, do they then bring each other to the ruckus like there's no tomorrow.
I guess so.
Oh, that's a beautiful relationship.
That is wonderful.
That's what I'm going to do from now on.
Really? Just grunt
I'm
at
not
your
going
wife?
to even on the show, Terry. There's no need to communicate on the show other than grunting. I can give you a grunt and so many different tones, Terry, that you'll know exactly what's on my mind.
Really? Okay. Oh, wow.
Hmm?
Oh. Okay. This is driving me insane. Go in the bathroom. Oh, wow.
The T-Man Show.
That's how you just told me it was peeing
Smallest
next to
bladder ever.
Peeing next to Hugh Millen in the bathroom just during the break.
That must have been fun.
Huge schlong, right?
Huge weenus.
Yes.
Stop it.
Not him as a person, but I mean literally.
Right.
Yeah.
You snuck a peek?
Why do you even look?
You got to sneak a peek, Terry.
Really?
You got to find out where you're at in life.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Little comparison there?
Put mine away.
Oh.
You don't like him, do Vinny?
No.
Pooh's told me he doesn't like him.
Kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I thought he was a really
Just
nice
a feeling you get
dude.
from him, or did he do something wrong to you?
No, he kind of did some a-hole type stuff.
Really?
Wow.
Like the
He's
first.
not that kind of guy. He's kind of a nice guy.
See, I don't really know him like that,
But
though.
if you have a different perception, maybe he's treated you in a fashion that he's not treated me.
Yeah.
Because he knows not to mess with me.
Oh, really?
Maybe there's that aspect of it, so he's nicer to me than he is the average person. But
It was kind of a dick the first couple of times I seen him.
I don't think he's a dick overall, though. I've never heard anyone complain about him. And huge slop.
Yeah. No, like I work the front desk at times, helping out around here in the building, and
It's your job.
Downplay it. If they need a little help,
around
they need a
here.
little help from time to time.
I'm willing to pitch in, help the little people.
job.
and one of my duties is validating parking or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
whatever.
You don't like to say that out loud.
No,
I know. You're young. It's okay. At your age, I was still cutting tape.
No, it
all
sucks.
right?
I'm still in the mailroom.
Okay.
I've been in the mailroom since I've been an
Hey,
intern.
you're 24. When I was 23 and a half, I was still cutting tape for a radio station that I was working at. I didn't get my first radio on-air job until I was 24. Right. So you're on air, and you're validating parking. So you're doing all kinds of things.
Okay,
but
well,
don't make it like you were just helping out at the front desk. That's part of your job.
Okay, whatever.
Time to time. Someone calls in sick.
So
I'm around.
I was validating parking, doing my normal front desk duties.
Someone was overwhelmed, and I thought I could help him out.
Exactly. So this dude, the very first time I seen him, he literally comes in the front door and throws his ticket on his little parking ticket.
Can I throw it at your face?
Yeah,
I would frisbee it right back at his butt.
I was
care
like,
if you were a quarterback in the NFL for a half a minute.
no, so I don't even know him. I thought he was
Was he
just
always a backup? Did he ever do anything in the NFL?
He
or
started
what?
1 year for the
I want to hear your
Patriots.
story, Vinny, but I
No
want
doubt, no doubt.
to get a little background.
Started 1 year
on
for the Patriots, ended up on Tecmo Bowl, the video game.
him. He's on Tecmo Bowl?
Mm-hmm. It's on either 1 or 2, I can't remember.
great,
Wow.
great video.
He started one
whole
year
year
in
for
the
the
NFL.
Patriots.
The whole year?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I think he holds an NFL record, too.
they had no idea that it could be so good with Tom Brady, right?
They had no idea.
When they were watching Hugh Millen quarterback their team.
I think he beat out Steve Grogan or some hack. I don't know. Steve
Wow.
Grogan was no hack. He's almost a Hall of Famer. Maybe he was a hack late in his career.
Tony Eason got hurt or something.
Tony Eason was a hack.
Wow.
Okay, maybe that's what
That was a hack. He was a first pick of the NFL draft
That's
back
right.
when he was
83.
taken by the Patriots, and he turned out to be an outright a bust.
Passed up on Marino.
Well, what year was Hugh Millen quarterback of the Patriots?
I'm going to say 90 or 91.
That early? He's that
Yes,
old?
He's that old, yes.
He looks pretty good.
He does look good, yeah.
Got a huge log.
Giant.
Wow, let's not
As
forget
confirmed
about
by
that.
Hotshot Scott, as
Gigantic.
he just peed next to him during
Right.
the last break, Terry.
Good to know.
But he's
Good,
flinging
got a
parking tickets at Vinnie the Pooh.
Well,
can't
good thing he
believe
wasn't
that's
flinging
true.
his
No
schlong,
way.
right?
Who's this guy thinking?
I swear.
He sure wasn't a misunderstanding. Maybe he
No,
was.
I bet it was.
No, and that's what I thought it was. I'm like, okay, I don't know you, you don't know me.
Maybe he was getting his wrists limbered up for the afternoon's activities. I tend to understand and relate to that.
It could have slipped out of his hand or whatever. So He did it again.
Oh, he did it more than once.
Yeah, he did it 3 times.
He's flinging parking tickets to Vinnie the Pooh on a regular basis.
Well,
To
to
the
again,
point-
like it's not even.
It doesn't sound like he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he
point-
does seem really nice.
To the point where this guy did it for like a 3rd time, and I literally left it sitting where he threw it.
Wow.
And I didn't touch it.
Refusing to validate. You stamp it yourself, buddy boy.
Like, and he doesn't even say anything. Like when he throws it, like he'll just like dangle it in front of your face.
Is it
and then drop
possible?
Wow,
Is it
dangling.
possible he's a really nice guy, but an insensitive parking ticket flinger?
Could be, but
I think so.
Or does flinging a parking ticket coincide with being an outright bastard?
I don't think he flings it. I'd love to
is
see how he
it
does
like
it.
just a
He
double?
sets it down.
Like, yeah. He's,
No.
He sure
No,
wasn't
he's
a...
not. What does he
bad
look
guy.
like?
All right,
when he flings
stand up and you be him, and I'll be you,
here's
and I'm at the
parking
front desk.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just here temporarily. Don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah, well, I would never do it.
the main attendant will be back any second.
That's
Totally helping out, dude. It's totally temporary.
I know, I got to do Vinnie the Pooh's voice. The main attendant will be back any second.
Really like that?
All right, so you
Okay.
be him, and you come up to me with your parking ticket and show me what he did.
Okay, so you're okay.
Just
I'm
come on to me.
I'm
Come on to me. You do me. I got a big slot.
Come on to me.
Oh, jeez.
That wasn't
That's
really
far
a
from
fling.
fling.
That
And then he
wasn't
turns
a
around. No, and then he
fling.
But you know what? If
He's
someone's,
talking to
I
somebody.
see what Vinnie the Pooh's point is. If someone's about to validate your parking ticket, it's not the most humiliating moment in a radio person who's trying to make its world, that you could at least look them in the eye and say, are you having a good day? Or just acknowledge them as opposed to turning your back on them while they're validating your parking.
Maybe somebody got his attention, no?
No.
He was maybe was he in conversation with someone else?
Yeah.
No. He just is by himself.
Maybe he's embarrassed that he has to get his parking validated, that he can't pay for it.
It's true.
I don't know.
Maybe there's that aspect.
I don't know what the
You were in
deal
the
is.
NFL. Aren't you rich enough to pay $3?
You know?
You'd think.
Maybe he was. You see it as him knocking you, but he sees it as a knock on himself for having his parking validated when he was the starting quarterback for the Patriots.
Well, good. Next time he gets his parking validated, I'm gonna
for
mention
2
something.
games.
No, I think it was the whole year.
really?
We got 1 whole year in.
2 games.
Hey, it's not my fault. Should have saved your money.
He's got a nice house.
Yeah, he's got a hot wife from what I hear.
Really?
Really hot. Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. See, he's got like hot wife by today's NFL active player status.
Yes.
Wow.
That hot.
A backup gets that kind of girl?
Yeah. And I have
Good to be a
heard
backup.
people talk about how he's a nice guy. So maybe he's a nice guy who just has a parking validation problem.
We're people too.
Where?
And he probably
That really
knows that you're
wasn't a
people.
Fling, though, really.
Show Terry again.
I saw it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Show Terry Cam people. Fling it at
hold
Terry
on.
Cam people. Wait.
But
Let's
he
give.
doesn't fling it, though. He's totally
Yeah, he
misleading
just
people.
cut-
He
yeah.
sets
It's
it
not
down.
really a
'Cause
fling.
let me
but
show you a
it's
fling.
a turn your back on me
But that's-
while I'm laying it down kind of thing.
And
Do you
here's
wanna
what it
see
is.
a fling?
If you're reaching out to give me a parking ticket and I'm reaching out to
Give me
grab
a
it
nod.
and you drop it,
Give me a nod.
come
Give
on,
me a
reach out and grab
hey.
this. Reach out and grab this, Scott. Bam.
You didn't
That's
say that, though.
not
You said he slammed it
flinging.
on. You put it down on the counter.
I didn't. Slam never came out of my mouth.
Not slam,
You
but
know
when
what? He
you
doesn't
did
have
it,
to
you
lay
set
it.
it
He
down.
doesn't have to lay it on your hand, Vinnie the Pooh. It's more to me the turning the back on.
Oh, yeah, no,
you
he does
kind of
that.
situation. Are you sure though? You're not overdoing it now. You sure
I'm
he turned
sure-
his back on you?
Is he in the building?
Did he say hi? Did
Hang
he
him around the front
acknowledge
desk.
you?
I'm sure he'll do it today.
Did he acknowledge you?
No.
Oh,
Put a
he
camera there.
still needs his parking validated? He's here on a regular basis.
Yes. Still.
They don't give people key cards around this place.
No,
they don't
they
trust
don't.
him.
We trust him with a creek. The Patriots trusted him with the keys to the team.
Yeah, they're not giving him a key card around this place. We got high security. We got standards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, log on to Terry Cam right now. Go to thetmanshow.com. That's www.thetmanshow.com.
The World Wide Web.
And then check in quick to Terry Cam, and in about 30 seconds, Vinnie the Pooh is going to make it like you are the front desk workers. They're in Terry Cam land. And he is going to walk up like a person who has a lack of sensitivity in handing off, whether it's a former quarterback or not. He's just going to give you an example of how you can go about asking for a validation and not be sensitive about it.
All right,
or
we're
not
going to
be
switch spots.
or not be gentlemanly about it, or not be cordial about it. However you determine this act as being. And don't overdo it now.
I'm not.
No, and really,
I don't feel like I overdone it.
Give us exactly the way it went down.
right.
Okay.
I don't need your help, Terry.
I know, just relax.
Give us exactly the way it went down, although you are the co-host. And let us be the judge as to whether you're being oversensitive or he was being lack of a man with sensitivity when handing off a validation parking ticket to a person like you who's waiting to really burst out of the starting gate in the radio industry.
Trying to.
But you've already had many areas of success.
Well, thank you.
So you can look at the bright side or you can look at the front desk side. All right?
All right.
Is that the dark side?
That is for someone, I remember the moments where you realize where you want to be, and those front desk moments, those moments of flipping burgers are not the greatest. Like when I was, told to get coffee for someone, I would make sure to pee in it and realize how much it sucked.
This coffee's old tasting.
Oh, yeah.
All right. When I was getting coffee for Imus.
Were you really?
Really?
Yes. And he told me he was yelling at me that it was cold. I didn't tell him why.
I don't want it black. You know what I mean?
I don't want it nappy-headed.
That's right. Lots
Yes.
of cream in there, please.
When I was 22, 23 years old, I was, in fact, getting coffee when I was working behind the scenes at a New York radio station for Imus.
I'll take some cream and...
It's a true story.
Sounds good.
It's a true story, but actually, he was relatively nice about it.
Really?
Except the time he yelled at me that it was cold, and I didn't pee in it, but I went,
You were wishing.
But I knew I wasn't getting it for him again after that. Someone else went and got it for him. I said, if I can't do it right, then find someone else that can.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm here to talk about it. But I want you to show us how the ticket was given to you.
right.
Or not given, as the case may be.
Okay.
And I don't want you now to feel like you have to overdo it to make your case seem better, okay?
I think you may be overdoing it.
You might be overdoing it now.
I will not overdo it. I swear to you, I will not overdo it.
All right.
I swear to you. Okay, you ready?
What are you doing? Why are you...
Taking an icebreaker.
Wow, really?
Before Vinnie the Pooh steps up to the Tari cameras, he makes Vinnie the Pooh hand him the icebreakers.
I want to make sure I'm getting my fair shake on him getting stuff for people.
Priorities first on this program. Before you do what T-Man told you you're going to be doing on Tari Cam,
Take 'em back.
Sure, I get an icebreaker.
Take them back. That's how I do it.
Now, that was definitely a rude way of handing off the icebreakers.
Rude.
Throw it at your friggin' body.
I don't
Your
deserve
body's
this.
so small that come at you like a Chinese star.
I don't deserve that. It's almost certain injury.
All right. Now, why don't you step up and show us one last time of how the ticket was handed off to you? I'm you. I'm on the other side of the laptop here, so it's a perfect setup.
Got it.
Now, walk up from that angle.
Okay. So you have to be reaching out for the ticket.
Just head over there. Just talk really low. All right. This is very important because you shouldn't be treating people with a lack of respect like that.
I don't believe it for some reason.
You think Vinny's overdoing it?
I do.
Put the mic more in his direction.
A little sensitive.
No. So you're at the front desk. You want me to
Okay. Can people on Tari Cam see you?
Well, that's why I kind of moved.
Is there any
the mic.
angle issues?
No.
Here we go.
Ask the Tari Cam viewers if they have any issues with the camera angles. We have very sophisticated camera angles. We can move the key grip. We can move the best boy. We can move the entire setup.
Okay, so nonetheless, I come up to the front desk, very nonchalant, like I could care less about you.
Okay, I'm the front desk. I'm at the front desk. Hate my life. Man, it sucks. I'm going to kill somebody. Get an Uzi and take this whole place out.
Wow. I'm walking
If I
into my
don't
parking
get a promotion soon, it's over for everyone in this building. Okay, go ahead.
Wow, nice thoughts.
Take care of this, please.
Now, if he is describing exactly how it went down,
please.
that would be... I don't care. The please is voided out
You're
by
throwing it at him.
the please is voided out by the body language and the lack of friendliness. All right? Was he friendly to you when you were peeing next to him in the bathroom?
Hot shot.
He was.
I couldn't get a front desk guy or something.
Front desk guy.
He doesn't know your name. Would you like to be referred to as front desk guy? Hey, front desk guy.
What's happening? What's good?
Dick.
Wow.
Whoa.
I wouldn't say dick. I mean, I'm telling you, the rap on him is a real down-to-earth nice guy.
If you say he's good people, he's good
I
people.
can't.
It's erased.
I can only say the way he treats me, but people treat me around here because they're scared of me for whatever reason. A lot of times. I'm not saying it's warranted. I'm not saying I'm going to blast people on the air that aren't nice to me. I don't have a history of doing that, do I, Terry? Okay, maybe at some times, but that's all right. So I'm not a good person to ask because people tend to treat me perhaps a little nicer only because they're afraid of me to some degree.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, if people in this room who I obviously hold a little closer.
Yeah, so I could tell you that he's only been nice to me, and I hear from people that he's a nice guy.
Okay, then he's a good dude enough. And
Hotshot has confirmed he's got a huge schlong when peeing next to him in the bathroom.
All right. Now, having said that, I have seen him lose his temper from time to time.
Really?
Oh, my gosh. And what's that like?
Him and Softy almost got in a fight in the sports pit.
Oh, Softy would be in big trouble.
Big trouble. Face to face.
Softy's in big trouble every day of his life anyway.
Face to face.
Oh, jeez.
Wanted to fight.
That
Really?
guy is just directionless.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Directionless.
Now, there's a guy no one's nice to. That's
yeah,
all right.
that's true.
He's a
small one.
He's like a big teddy bear, though.
Small one too, by the way, in the bathroom.
Oh,
he told me his balls hang longer than his wiener.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's never a good thing.
That's always bad, probably.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay.
So he does have that side to him. I've seen him lose his temper.
Yeah, but this isn't a temper issue.
Right.
No, it's just kind of a
It's just a common man
disrespect issue.
I see him around all the time. He's always nothing but nice.
Okay.
Hey, front desk guy.
Yeah, well,
that's all he wants.
He doesn't have to. No, that's asking a little much for the hey front desk guy.
Okay.
But just a hey,
right,
some little salutation on any level would be fine.
Even a
Like the half smirk, like the something.
How are you this morning, Tyra?
There was a please, even though I said it was a voided out please. Was there a thank you when it was done or no?
Oh no, it was a snatch, turn, and walk.
Bolts. Terry's nickname in college.
Yeah. Oh, Terry would be equally as rude, and then some, by the way, if she had to get her parking validated.
To the subordinates of this world.
Terry has a people beneath me, I let them know how beneath me they are kind of attitude.
I never used to believe that, but I kind of do now for some reason, and I don't know why.
So don't think anyone out there is alone with their... Terry, come on. You don't realize you have that in you?
I have it in me, sure, but do I do it? No.
You don't think that's the case?
I don't think I do.
You don't think on occasion you could treat anyone with a little disrespect?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt I could. Absolutely. As could everybody in this room.
No tip for you. No tip for you.
Oh, please.
Oh, come on.
Everybody in this room could. Everybody has
I
potential to
should
be
be
rude.
way
Absolutely
meaner and special than I am to everyone out there.
No one's nicer to me than servers and that kind of thing. No one. Having done that for so long, no one's nicer than me.
All right. I was this close to being a gutter rat. You don't think I have like a ton of sensitivity to everybody? Every man, person, woman, child? Snatch, turn, and walker? Wow. Everybody. Okay. Well, all right. That's that. We'll see what transpires over the next couple of days.
Hey, put a camera up there today.
Yes.
Oh, I want to see that.
Sure, I got one with me.
There you go. Let's put a hidden camera up so we can have some rich content.
Rich content.
To evaluate tomorrow morning.
Okay.
All right?
All right?
So you're saying because he's here today, we have that verified because I'm just peeking in the shower.
Now we're showering together.
Because he showers during every break.
Yes.
You're saying that there's a very strong likelihood to an outright guarantee that he's going to get his parking validated later today.
I would say so. Yeah.
All right. So unless he gets word of this, we'll get the real way of him going about it with your hidden camera trained on those that come to the front desk later this morning.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we'll know if he's been prompted as to the situation by his way of going about it, or we'll know if he hasn't been. We urge everyone to not let... If you have a way of communicating with others in this building, don't do it. It's going to be a real scientific study here.
If he just walks down there and chokes you to death.
Wow.
That would be some rich content.
That would be
Tough to get richer than that, huh? He's got huge hands because he's got a huge wiener, you know.
Whoa!
They go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah, they do.
You and the big wiener,
I don't know.
man.
I assume he does.
All right, so you're saying he started in 91, and then he was in the NFL for what, 10 years?
10 years in the NFL as a backup.
As a backup for who?
Troy Aikman, John Elway, and Dan Marino.
Some minor names.
Yes.
Wow,
Right.
Pretty good
really?
company. He said he taught John Elway how to pee in a cup on the sidelines. That's his claim to
Stop
fame.
it!
Yes.
You always wonder how they go take a pitch during the big moments of the game, Terry, huh?
No one knows how to do that better than the backup quarterback.
Uh-huh.
So he was a
A
clipboard
piss
holder.
boy?
10 years.
See, he was piss boy to John Elway.
Got it.
You're expecting him to be nice to you at the front desk?
John Elway used to fling his pea cup at him. And go empty this bitch. All the time. So that's why
So he
he's
learned
like
from
that.
the best. So actually, it's a compliment. When you're getting a parking ticket flung at you, just think it's from John Elway with his horse teeth, and you should see it as the highest of compliments, all right?
I'll try.
I just read John Elway got remarried over the weekend, Terry, to a Raider cheerleader. Talk about being disloyal to the AFC West.
It's our arch enemy. That's unbelievable.
Do you hear about that?
I did.
John Elway, MVP of Super Bowl Hoo,
Oh, that's a good one.
where he's throwing his body out for the cause to finally bring Denver a championship, is then soiling that very championship by over the weekend getting remarried. Not just remarried to anyone, but remarried to a Raider cheerleader. A 42-year-old Raider cheerleader.
Oh, so she's not a Raider cheerleader.
She's a former Raider cheerleader.
Yeah, you have to say former.
Former Raider cheerleader.
I mean, before they even
But
had
he's like
cheerleaders.
50 now.
Yeah. Well, is he?
He was married. He's got kids. He's divorced, and he got married over the weekend.
Probably 47.
To a former Raider cheerleader.
Wow, good for him.
That shouldn't be legal.
Yeah, I agree. People in Denver should think that too.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to stop buying his cars, I guess. He owns like every lot in Denver.
He does?
Yeah.
So got a little business aspect mindset going on post-career?
Yeah.
All right.
He's 48.
He's 48
Can we
years
get a
old.
picture of her?
Yeah, she's a little too old. If he's going to marry a Raider cheerleader,
she's
go like
41.
maybe 29, 30.
Oh, well.
19, on
Easy.
right around there.
See, I lived in Seattle. When it was time for me to get married, I married a Seattle cheerleader. I didn't go reaching out to Kansas City to marry a chiefette, did I?
No.
Because I'm loyal!
Chiefette sounds hot, though.
Yeah, it does go.
Chiefette.
She wants to write me. Maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, how's it going there, Chiefette? Don't call me Chiefette.
You guys.
Let me go to Joe real quick. What's up, Joe? You've been waiting a while. What's on your mind, Joe?
Hey, what's going on, T-Man?
How are you, sir? I got about a minute here. What do you got?
All right, so I want to talk about a confrontation subject. Me and my girlfriend got in an argument the other day.
Yes.
And
Did you call it Chiefette?
you know, hold on.
Oh.
Got in an argument, and I didn't want to talk about it. So I say, hey, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Well, she wants to talk about it after you fling your parking ticket at her. It's very
she gets
disrespectful.
Kool-Aid in my face.
She
you
what?
know,
Oh.
and then the argument gets bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing I know, I got sheriffs knocking on my door.
Well, see,
Oftentimes,
Terry's story is right. You got to sweep these things under the rug. You sweep these things under the rug, and then the police don't show up.
What's that?
According to Terry's story from earlier this morning, you got to sweep all confrontation with the person you're with under the freaking rug.
I don't know, man.
Well, what do you mean you don't know? You wound up in the clink. What do you expect?
Yo, well, come on. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah? If I don't want to talk about it, you respect what I got to say.
Oh, you didn't want to talk about it?
What's that?
You didn't want to talk about it?
I didn't want to talk about what we're arguing about.
So you try to shake it out of her, and you wonder why the police are showing up at your door.
I can't hear you real well, G-Man. I'm driving right now, talking on the phone.
All right. Well, you drive safely.
Yes.
Enzel, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, T-Man, I just thought I'd give a shout-out to you guys. And there's this one dude that called from Atlanta talking about his girlfriend or his woman left him or something because he has a career out here.
Yes.
And I wanted to say that he's just like 25 years old, right? His name is Mark or something.
Sounded about right, yeah.
I wanted to say that he should just go on with his life. There's a lot of beautiful women here in Washington that would love to deal with a guy that has a career and is focused and doing what he needs to do with his
Yeah,
life.
but it sounds like you're more interested than any of those girls right now, so maybe we should hook him up with you, all right? We'll give him your number. All right, there it is. Give Marcus Enzo's number. Sounds like a match made in heaven to me.
The T-Man Show.